Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. I'm back at it again, folks. It's a Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means another live stream here at the Wrestling for Life Network as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight. The go-home show for Full Gear. Lots booked, lots happening, lots to talk about. So get in that chat, hit all the buttons, like, share, subscribe. Be a part of the fun. Be a part of the show. Hashtag Road to 6K. That close, folks, but strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we are the channel that just brings you more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Back at it again, ready to go with Dynamite. Lots going on this card, lots to talk about, lots to get into as we are about 13 minutes away from the start of the show. Make sure you get in that chat. I see it filling up already. I want triple digits in this chat tonight. So be a friend, tell a friend. We're about 25 people away from 6K. So if you help us get there, we'll greatly appreciate it. We are looking forward to AEW Dynamite tonight, the last show before Full Gear this Saturday. What will happen? What will come? What will be added to the show? I still think there's room. Tony might be adding one or two things. We will see. We will see. Shall be interesting, folks. But as always, hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Hope you're doing well. And I will remind you, we are here all week long. We are back tomorrow for our Full Gear pre-show, 8 p.m. And then Friday, SmackDown, Rampage. Saturday, Full Gear. Sunday, Bloodsport. It just doesn't stop. Then we go through a whole new week. And we end up at Survivor Series. Some more wrestling action than you can shake a stick at. But it's going to be a fun one, folks. We're going to get a lot of stuff here tonight, but I will remind you, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and the place that runs the face, if you will. But the place that runs, you got me. We're there. But we got Darby and Claudio tonight. We also got a contract signing. Why are we doing a contract signing for this match? I have no idea. I don't know. Am I supposed to care? Is this supposed to get me excited for the big matchup? I don't know, but we are going to do a contract signing. It makes my head hurt. Again, a perfect example of things that we don't need on this programming. But hey, boom, AJ going to be live. The Costco guy apparently is going to be here setting up his big match for Full Gear. Stat taking on Shida. I love this matchup. Unfortunately, Shida's going to do a job for Stat, I imagine, unless Mercedes has something to do with that. Heading into Kris Statlander's title match on the weekend. I'll talk about that later. Of course, Full Gear this weekend. Wheeler Yuta is going to take on Orange Cassidy. And we got an all-star. All-star. You guys define how you decide an all-star. But as far as I can see, we have an all-star involving Ricochet, Will Ospreay, Hobbs, Mark Davis taking on the Callis family. So that should be interesting implications as far as Full Gear goes. Ricochet wants his hands on Takeshita, Ospreay, Fletcher. The rest is just cannon fodder, but whatever. But that's how it goes, folks. That is what I know of for the card tonight. And again, it will be very interesting. I will get to this chat in 2 seconds. So make sure you get in there. Let me know what's on your wrestling mind. We're going to talk. But as always, on a Wednesday night, we start with hopium. We start with excitement. We are eager to see what TK has up his sleeve tonight. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully it's entertaining. Hopefully it all makes a little bit of sense. But without further ado, I will say hello to all of you. Kevin, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Wrestling Proud? How are you tonight? The one and only Big Nick. Big Nick taking a sabbatical, taking his rest day. Hope y'all are well. I got high hopes high hopes, indeed, high hopes for this show, and hopefully they don't let us down. Again, you want to build excitement going into Full Gear. We'll see if they can do it. I'm looking forward to it. Just a reminder to get in that chat and do all the fun things. Jose, welcome back. Damien, welcome back. Good to see you. Always looking forward to something. Jose, are you ready? What are you doing at the Learning Tree? Are you hanging out with Ishii? Are you trying to make friends? What is happening? Again, not something I think we need. You're not doing a contract signing for your world title. You're not doing a contract signing for your TBS title, your women's title. You're not doing any contract signings, but let's do a contract signing for Jericho and Ishii. Help me understand. Isaac, welcome. Eric Isaac, that is. Wrestling for Life buddies. Can't wait for Stat Daddy taking on Ace tonight. Again, big fan of Stat, big fan of Shida. I hope it's a good match. We will see. Roddy, welcome back. Randy, Sam, back in the house. It's time for Dynamite. And you know what that means? KJ, contract signing. Yeah, Randy, I know. I've already touched on it a little bit, but we'll get there. We'll see how soon they put us out of our misery and get that over with. But yeah, I think just on the surface, I don't get it. Why this match? Why does this match? Why not Swerve Bobby Lashley have a contract signing? That I'm into. But Ishii and Jericho, again, the last time they fought, it was embarrassing. What is it going to be like this time? Embarrassing times 2? What are we going to do? ABJ, welcome back. The Chomp is here. The predictions title, as you can see on the screen next to me, ABJ is our current predictions champion. That prediction title will be on the line Saturday at Full Gear. The prediction title will be on the line Sunday at Bloodsport and next Saturday at Survivor Series. So if you want to get your name on the screen, make sure you get in there. Be your friends. Bring them all. We'll all play the prediction game together. But it should be a fun one, and we'll see if AB can defend his title. I think we've only had one successful title defense in the history of the channel. So good luck, AB. Wrestling Proud got you. Scared me. Didn't mean to scare you. Never. Full Gear has some matches that are more a TV match than pay-per-view. Rocco, I mean, I could spend all day talking about this. It's the ongoing thing I've had an issue with the AEW pay-per-views. You do 13 matches. Of 13, 4 of them are good, and fans go, best pay-per-view ever. But again, in any realm, 4 out of 13 is not a good grade. It's not a passing grade. It's not even satisfactory. I think Tony would do himself a service. Less matches, more quality matches, let things breathe a little. That would be my vote. Again, tacking on, like, even AJ and QT on the pre-show doesn't do shit for me. I don't care for it. Again, I don't think quantity over quality is the way to go. Quality over quantity is what you want. Give me quality matches. I will take less matches that are quality than a whole bunch of matches that mean nothing. But good to see you, Rocco. Welcome back. Mega, good to see you. MT YouTube champion. Welcome. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights, one of the faves. What are you doing? How are you doing? What's up, Safit? Heather, welcome back. Mega, got you. Denisha, how you doing? Plumpy TV, my man. KJ, what is up, Plumpy? Weird to say that out loud a little bit. Brandon, how's it going? Richard, welcome back. In case I missed you, I hope that contract signing segment is short. I have my doubts. Takes Ishii 15 minutes to get to the ring, so I have my doubts. The Knee Pad Patrol's on the loose. MDB back with us. I'm here for Harley Cameron. That's a good reason. It's a good reason. I mean, it's a start. Mega, got you, but I hope we see Shane tonight. You're not going to see Shane tonight. If ever, it's going to be Full Gear, maybe World's End. But again, if you're going to bring Shane in, it's got to be on a pay-per-view. I've been on the record that I don't think it's happening. I think that people use the rumors to try and stir up views. However, I've been a very big advocate of doing this. If you can pull it off, if you can sign Shane McMahon, get him in the fold, get him in your company, then do it. Why not do it? Just for the buzz and the clickbait alone. I'm in. And I know some people think I'm crazy, oh, KJ, what's going to happen? They'll just ruin him. It doesn't make sense. I don't care. I don't care. Just from a news standpoint, if a McMahon goes to work for AEW, it's big news, and I'm in. New segment added tonight. Adam Cole will be speaking. Oh, good. Maybe we'll figure out why he's not fighting MJF at the pay-per-view. Why did he take an L last week? I have no idea what we're doing with Adam Cole. Maybe he's retiring. I don't fucking know. Maybe he should retire. Brian, welcome back. The Iron Survivor of Wrestling. I'll accept that. The man himself. I'm doing well, sir. I appreciate you being here and joining us tonight. JV, sorry about the beating I gave you last week, but Full Gear hasn't sold me. It's not, again, I feel like a lot of things came in a little bit late on Full Gear. Hangman Jay White, I'm in. Moxley OC, I don't love. I don't really see a world where OC beats Moxley. I think it would stop Moxley's momentum. So I'm not like overly hyped about that match. Mercedes stat, I don't love. Mercedes has proven that she can't give us a good match. Maybe she'll prove me wrong on Saturday. But up till now, I haven't been impressed with Mercedes, so I don't know. Pardon me. But, yeah, I mean, overall, again, sometimes, and we've said this a lot in 24, a little bit in 23, the build to a pay-per-view might not be great from Tony, but because of the talent, Ospreay, Fletcher, I mean, that's had a decent build, even though a little bit scrambly. That should be a hell of a match. We've already gone down that road. It should be outstanding. So we'll see. We'll see. Lisa, welcome back. At what point does Khan press the disaster button and put the title on himself as the tribal Khan for vast views? I don't know he will ever get that desperate. And you got to remember, Lisa, every time you hear from Tony Khan, he is happy. He is happier than a pig in shit. He thinks everything's great. Everything's wonderful. So as long as he's happy and he's got toys to play with, the sandbox is his, my friend. Denisha. Yeah, that's facts. We noticed. Well, I'll save some energy for that. A contract signing for a non-AEW title is so exciting. So excited! Yeah, I don't get it. MDB. It bothers me. I'm good. Just haven't been on a while. Well, Heather, welcome back. Tony Storm retire. Yeah, I saw that twice today. And to be honest, I didn't have enough time, Dale, the OG, by the way. Welcome. I didn't have enough time to kind of research to make sure it was legitimate. But at least the story on the surface is that Tony Storm is stepping away from wrestling. So sad to hear that. I think Tony Storm's a talent. I think she's awesome. I think she's done a lot. What I found very interesting, Dale, as we are about 1 minute away from the start of the show, lately, Tony, Eddie, Kenny, 3 people have all said the same thing. I don't think AEW needs me right now. It's an interesting take. ABJ, and I keep it coming, keep the chat going. Even as the show starts, folks, we will continue to chat, click these chat messages. Don't forget the super chat, the super stickers, as we will be starting any minute now. But ABJ, Ricky, I love their lineup. Again, on paper, not a bad lineup tonight. Jason got MVP. MVP got an announcement tonight for the ring. Kenny King as the 4th member. Jason Kenny King would be a leap. I love Kenny King. Big shout out to Kenny. If he's involved, cool. Save it for the pay-per-view, though. Don't bring in anyone new. Bobby fights Swerve, and then you add somebody new, like during that battle. But looks like I'm getting a blank screen. There we go. Viewer discretion is advised. Cherokee George, welcome back. Contract signings are just tradition, build up for the match, or an excuse for a fight. Before the match, there will always be contract signings. Yes, you're not wrong about that. And I don't love contract signings anyway. As we are kicking off tonight with Moxley and a replay of what has gone down up until now, Danielson being carted out, Darby being beat up. We'll see what happens. But folks, get in that chat. We are close to triple digits. Let's get us there. But yes, contract signings are a thing. Contract signings happen, but they're usually important matches they happen for. You know, a world title match, an IC title match. This is just a Ring of Honor match. It's not even on this. It shouldn't even be on this show. I don't know how true this is, but I read that Swerve or Bobby, one of the two might be pulled from the match. I had heard rumors that there was some injury concerns, so I don't know if it's true or not. I feel for Shida. She disappears, just comes back to eat a loss for Mercedes challengers. Every month or every couple months, right before the pay-per-view, Shida pops up, takes an L for whoever, you're right, whoever's fighting Mercedes. I feel bad. I think Shida's a talent. We talked about NXT, we talked about WWE, we talked about TNA. I mean, for my money, AEW's killing their women's division, and I really hope they find a way to fix that. As we're essentially getting a hype package for OC versus Moxley at the pay-per-view. So we'll see. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. Mr. Noob, all the hopium. Hope you're doing well. Hope the road's treating you well, sir. But thank you for being here. Clay Lewis, back as always. Wednesday college football. Is college football on every day? I am two-time champion, though. Third time will be Sunday. Well, MDB, we hope. I wish you the best, buddy. We got a couple two-time champions. Think maybe one three-time champion, and only one repeat champion. Thanks. I'm excited for Full Gear. Let's go. AEW is satisfactory. I like it. KJ doesn't like to bring the boom. Oh, I bring the boom. I just don't like when, we add it to the wrestling show for no reason. Does anyone care about the Costco guy? No. But here we go. And again, one of the new rumors coming out is AEW is going to run smaller venues, smaller shows. That will bring more excitement to the building. It will make the crowd feel a little more robust. I think it's a good move for Tony. It might be a hit to Tony's ego, but the smaller venues could be very advantageous. And Tony can build back up to bigger venues. But now we're getting a rundown or the graphic for Full Gear. Safit. Ooh. 1 second, Safit. So Orange take on Yuta tonight. We talked about that. Probably going to open the show. Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher. It doesn't make sense to have a contract signing for a Ring of Honor title, and it's supposed to be on the Ring of Honor TV, not on Dynamite, and the match is supposed to be on Ring of Honor pay-per-view. I agree. All the above. That's 100% right. That's what we want. And I was wrong. Ricochet opens the show tonight. So that means we're getting the All-Stars early. Here comes Ricochet. Tony, how's it going? I really hope Dynamite puts on a great show. They are due for it. What's good, KJ? Always hopeful, Tony. Always want to see their best. A couple weeks ago was my highest rated Dynamite in a long time. I kind of liked what they were doing. I kind of liked some of the stuff they're trying to do. So let's hope. Let's hope that it's a decent show at minimum. What's up, Boston? How you doing, buddy? As we got Powerhouse Hobbs. What channel is Bloodsport on? The only place I know you can watch Bloodsport AB is Triller. Hashtag not sponsored on that one. Did anyone from WWE pass away? No, not that I know of. Gamer 1 in 10. How excited are you for AEW this week? Mark Davis. There's finally a McMahon and the White. And I don't want to talk about that. I don't see Shane coming in at all. I don't. I think people took advantage of an opportunity. I don't blame them. But if the rumor's out there, Shane could be here, then maybe more people tune in theory. But then when it's just crying wolf, people fade away. So I don't see it happening. If I had to put money down, I'd put it on no. But if it happened, I'm all for it. I heard something about Becky Lynch. Is it true? Becky Lynch, I believe, is on her way back. But here comes Will Ospreay. Why not, though? Mega. I don't know what that is referred to. Yeah. Is Mercedes on the card tonight? Anthony, welcome, sir. Mercedes is not officially on the card tonight. No. Stat taking on Shida. But I imagine she'll be tied into that some way, somehow. MJF versus Roddy isn't pay-per-view worthy. They don't have much beef. I don't know how we got here, Richard. I thought Adam Cole would go on to fight MJF. I actually proposed out to the chat last week is there a chance that Roddy and the Undisputed Kingdom turn on Adam? I don't know. Then Adam Cole takes a loss. Roddy gets a win. Roddy's in. Cole is out. And the real beef, if there's any beef that exists in this story, it is definitely MJF Cole. So what is happening? What is the plan? Where are we going? What are we doing? Oh, we got a brawl. Let's start with a brawl. Why not? We almost started the show with in-ring action. I hope I don't have to pay. If you have a Triller membership, I believe it's free, but I could be wrong. Ospreay whipping Kyle with his own pants. We got chaos, folks. Spaz, K, Jiggity K, Jiggity Jam. I'll take it. Big love, my guy. I hope you and the chat are well. Rumors WWE re-upped the Edge trademark. I did see that. That's interesting. NXT might do tag Iron Survivor. Punk is the fifth man on Team Good Line. I still don't buy the Punk situation. I just don't. For multiple reasons. NXT doing a tag Iron Survivor. Interesting. Will there be qualifiers? If so, are you going to do them right away? How are we going to get there? That's interesting. I'm okay with it. The Edge trademark, I think, is just, again, that intellectual property, the things on the library, not letting him get his hands on it. Like, if you let that trademark go, then he could become Edge again, which is more it's a little more name-worthy than Adam Copeland. So I don't know. That's my guess on that, my guy. But thank you so much for the super chat. As always, folks, be like Spaz. Support the channel with some super chats. Interesting. What's up, Pepsi or Peeps? Capone. Apparently, I'm thirsty. Okay, jiggity. No jiggity. No doubt. MVP has a big announcement tonight. We will find out what that is. MDB. Vakur and Willow tricked us into thinking Mercedes is great. She's a solid wrestler, but not what a lot of people see her as. She's not Sasha anymore. It's not even that. I think coming here, I predicted that, Ricochet up and over. Down goes Takeshita. So we're starting off full speed ahead as Cage takes out Davies and everybody just running everywhere. Nobody on the apron, nobody tagging, just chaos. Big kick to the chest of Cage by Ospreay. But I think that's been the case. When Sasha Banks got to wrestle Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bayley, names like that, she looked great. But now that she's on her own and she has to prove her value, she's a terrible promo, she's a terrible attitude, and she hasn't given us, not even Meltzer's given her a good rating. So that says all you need to know. Wrestling Proud. Dun, dun, dun. Tony Storm is a liar. Yeah, I don't trust it. She's young. Maybe she's taking extended time off and she'll be back. Maybe the Tony Storm theatrical character is done, perhaps. I don't know. Tony's working us. I lean that way for sure. Trek, welcome back. As Lance Archer and Cage on the outside working on Ospreay and Hobbs. And they've yet to really get the match going. I don't know if the bell is officially sounded yet. We got the doctor out looking at Hobbs. The ref is useless. What's up, Trek? Sonny Bimbo. This should be interesting. What's up? Who's ready for the funny story time with Sonny B? The irony is it took me 60 minutes to explain to my wife it's not two guys ironing clothes in a... There you go. There you go. Mansplaining some stuff. Contract signing. Really, Byron, I'm with you, buddy. What are we doing? What are we doing? It's bad. Bad. Ricochet with a springboard. Lance Archer says, not today. And down goes Mark Davis. Ospreay up, not even tagged. And he gets chucked in. AEW doesn't need me right now. Meanwhile, the ratings have been in goddamn toilet all year. It's just a weird sentiment, especially from an EVP, where they don't need me. I'm going to go to Japan. Like, again, we talked about it. Why is Kenny's return not a big deal for AEW? Why is he already kind of slated to go against Gabe? I don't quite understand. As we do go into picture in picture, folks, but for Tony to say it, Eddie Kingston to say it, maybe they're feeling not needed. The Bucks just went home, right? Maybe the company isn't what it used to be. And maybe internally people are feeling it, right? They look around. It's not a bunch of their friends anymore. It's a bunch of XWD. There's Bobby and MVP and Ricochet and Moxley. Well, he's always been there. But, I mean, again, it's a lot of faces that you weren't expecting to be around. I don't know. But I am very intrigued on what it means. What's up, Eric Tate? How you doing? Ricky Starks needs the Hurt Syndicate. I don't agree. Ricky Starks needs a new company to work for. Michael Campbell, how you doing? Do you think these releases have anything to do with Tony Khan and or creative direction of AEW at this moment? Do you think these releases? What releases? You'll have to further tap me into that one. What's up, Jake? How you doing? Charles is in the house. Let's go. I got 125. I want to see 150. So if you can hear my voice right now, take this link, share it everywhere you talk about wrestling. Let's see if we can blow this one up. And if you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so, as I would like to hit 6K ASAP. Dun, 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 which reminds me. But it's the Ring of Honor World title, some dweeby mark. Yeah, facts, MDB. Again, it's not like, how does the Ring of Honor title with Jericho and Ishii get more love, more value, more treatment than you give to, like, why does Moxley and OC not have a contract signing? Like I said, Swerve and Bobby have a contract signing. I'm good with that, because then you get everybody in the ring again and you have a chance to work on what's happening. This match, Jericho and Ishii, does not require a fucking contract signing. It requires a euthanization, to be honest. Fingers crossed for a decent show. Always got the hopium on a Wednesday. Ring of Honor match, it's bad. I'm with you. Ricky starts making his House of Glory debut in January. Should be good. Friday's an interesting lineup for GCW as well. The Fire theme song for Full Gear is for us to forget how mid the build for Full Gear has been. Maybe. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors, right? A lot of smoke and mirrors. We'll see. But I am in picture. Ricochet looks to be in the ring right now, cut off by Takeshita. They're going to play this November Rain promo in the freaking, he paid for it. He's going to fucking use it, MDB. Let's be real. We need more build for the boom, but of course. We haven't seen, people didn't even know QT Marshall was still in the company. Now we're supposed to care that he's fighting some internet Costco dude? I don't get it. This is my third. There you go. So three-time champ. What's up, 316? The road is windy, sloppy, and snowy. My guy, I get it. But shout out, stay safe, and appreciate you listening in. I'll be skipping AEW Full Gear 2024 because AEW hasn't impressed me. Well, Byron, we will be here live. So if you want to get the snippets and the little notes on what's going on, join us. We keep everyone fully up to date. And even if the wrestling sucks, we never do. It's a cold November rain. It's cold November rain is what Tony Khan is playing to open Dynamite. How much did he pay Guns Mad Roses for that song? Jason, again, it went out like Saturday was the big release of the November Rain. The song's a very dramatic song, and maybe that's what he was going for. A little more of a love song than I'd anticipate. It's not necessarily Hell's Bells or Highway to Hell or fucking even Limp Bizkit at this point. Little surprised, but again, he's going to use it as much, and I'm sure he paid a pretty penny to get the rights to it. As Ospreay on fire, blowing up Kyle Fletcher. I only care about Costco guy if he brings the Rizzler. I don't even know, my guy. Don't even know how. Good video package. Not bad. I will admit. Yo, what's up, Absurd? How you doing? How you doing? It's sad that Mr. Boom versus Marshall is the most intriguing fight in the lineup. It shouldn't be, Lisa. It really shouldn't be. But again, as Davies, the assisted cutter, and we get a two. We get a two as some semblance of a match has taken place here. CMLL wrestlers have a match tonight. Okay. Is anybody thrilled? Honestly, in the chat right now, are you thrilled? Are you thrilled? Are you excited? Are you pumped that the CMLL guys are back? Like, is it a big deal? Why don't you just work on? You have so much of your own talent sitting around doing fuck and all, and you're bringing in people from Japan. You're bringing in people from Mexico. Why? Blue Thunder Bomb! Ospreay kicks out. Hobbs injured. They're at least selling us on Hobbs being injured. I have no clue the Costco thing is even about. I didn't, Willie. I'm with you. For as much time as I spend on social media, which is more than I care to admit, I didn't know. I don't know who this guy is. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't. Maybe I should, but I don't care. This show better have a good lead into Full Gear. That's the hope, Christopher. Welcome back. Dad vibes. Kayfabe 401. Hobbs returns for 3 minutes. They took him out right away. Again. Big talk right now for AEW is Tony Storm. Your thoughts? It's again. Oh, Hobbs is limping out. Fletcher slides out and goes to meet him, but eats a clothesline. Why would you go to meet him? Hobbs limping to the corner. Is Hobbs faking it? Did you say Hobbs getting carried? Yes. He's back, guys. Hobbs is back. What's your thoughts on the International Women's Cup? Fatal 4-way tournament will be determined at Wrestle Dynasty. Again, sounds really cool. I'm still a little surprised at how much information or how much booking we're getting for Wrestle Dynasty or Wrestling Dynasty before Full Gear, before World's End, before Fight for the Fallen, before a whole bunch of shit. Has anybody even talked about Final Battle that's coming up for Ring of Honor? No. But Hobbs is clearing house on one leg. The issue with the CMLL guys coming in is us that they don't really build matches for them. They just wrestle a match and leave. That's what's hurt this company in a lot of ways, Richard. Use the guys you have. You have a ton of women and men just not doing anything for your company. I don't need the luchas. If I want to watch the luchas, I'll tune into CMLL or AAA. I don't get how this helps AEW. As Mark Davis and Takeshita are the only ones left in the ring, this was almost a match for a second. Lance is getting the pin, probably. Together, we can bring the boom. Boom. Let's go. It's a wonder if many AEW wrestlers have given up inside and are in it for the money. Well, this is the intriguing thing, Lisa. A lot about what Moxley has said lately, about Moxley's feelings, about people not caring and I'm just on the low card, so I don't give a shit. Davis with a 2, broken up by Fletcher. And I think Davis is going to eat the pin, by the way. But again, if people internally are feeling like people don't care and people feel like I'm not needed, or they don't know why they're not being booked, it feels like the company's fraying. Davis with a double leg. This match continues. Takeshita with the right hand. Ricochet up and over. Down goes Takeshita. Ryan Cage back in. His turn to do a move. Power bomb on Ricochet. Opinion question. Spaz, thank you so much again for another super chat. Is the move to Netflix a bigger shift than the debut of the network? There's been one-stop shop for the weekly content and PLEs. It's huge. And if for no other reason, Spaz, as Ospreay calling Fletcher into the ring, come get it, buddy. The big reason is how many homes will now have access to Monday Night Raw on a regular. That is why it's such a big deal. It's kind of a trailblazer in what it's trying to accomplish. It's huge. Fletcher! Ospreay up and over. Misses the kick. Eats a kick. Spanish fly. Fletcher setting it up. There you go. Ospreay hits Mark Davis. Bitch O'Shea should take the pin for complaining so much. Yeah. I feel bad for Ricochet. I did feel bad for Ricochet, and then Ricochet went off on the internet, and I kind of stopped feeling bad for him. Big knee. And I said it, Mark Davis going to eat a pin. 1, 2, 3, lickety split. It's over. Takeshita gets the pin. Mark Davis eats it. The Death Riders versus Contra Unit. There you go. Crossover. She can stay where she is at for me. How come other companies' talents don't have success in AEW? Booking and presentation, my guy. That's it. It's simple. You imagine, put it like this. If you think of Ricochet signs, right? Bobby Lashley signs, MVP signs. When we first got MVP and Shelton Benjamin, it was a backstage segment, a pre-tape. As we are with the Death Riders, calling Orange Cassidy a snake, it's presentation. You look how good Jacob Fatu looks. You look at how good Stephanie Vercour, Julia, the Tongans, MCMG, all these guys came in, all these guys and girls come into the company and they're presented, they're put on a pedestal. You're told and shown that these people are special. In AEW, you sign on, Ricochet signs with the company, it's a big deal. Then you put him in a battle royal that he was a non-factor in. He got 3 minutes on a battle royal, and then you shoved him in the mid-card. That's why. That's why. I mean, that's the biggest difference, is you come into this company, Tony doesn't seem to know how to get someone over or keep them over. Cage ditched the goofy face paint as he should have. Cage and Lance Archer, to me, have potential as a tag. Claudio is yelling in German or Swiss or both. I don't fucking know. This is new. I'm going to end you. I like this from Claudio. As Darby. All right. Now we go to Darby. Yeah, no shit. What was said before that? I got that one. The issue with, I got that one. Richard, we watched Carmelo and Andrade wrestle the same singles match 7 times in 2 months, and no one seems to have an issue with that. Because how it was done. It was how it was done. And I don't know what Richard's original comment was. If that's in regards to CML, there's a big difference. If you had 2 guys, if you had Ospreay and Fletcher, Ospreay and Ricochet, any of these guys, Danny and somebody, if they had a rivalry that went 7 matches with reason and you build within your company, great. But having people show up for nothing and don't help and don't build and it's just an exhibition, then that's the problem. Carmelo and Andrade, they didn't even call it a 7-game series until the last one. It was just 2 guys that didn't like each other that kept finding reasons to fight. As we go to commercial break, folks, they're like an Italian family from New Jersey. Great. Yeah. How are Ospreay's pants both tight and loose? Question of the night. The question of the night, MDB. Down to the bottom. AEW treats TV viewers like it's the first time ever viewing pro wrestling. Yes and no. I do think that part of the issue they run into is the idea that they're playing to the internet marks and the internet fans and the internet. So they bring in an Ishii or they bring in Suzuki, and people are supposed to go, oh, I know who that is. So they don't really, if you're, kind of in the know and you see a Hechicero pop up, you're like, oh, I kind of know he's a lucha from Mexico. But again, it's tough. DJ 5000, welcome. No build sucks. They got to work on it. The catch I find is a lot of the fans will still say, well, it's not about that. It's about the work rate and the in-ring. But they're doing a lot of promos. They're dedicating a lot of time to story. It's just the stories aren't great. Claudio, the mute of pro wrestling. They actually let him talk. I liked it. Claudio gets points. Darby promo. I don't know. Is anybody still like? Let me know in the chat right now. I got 120 people hanging out with me. Does Darby still work the way he used to work for you? Has he been since Sting has been gone? When he cuts a promo about how hard life is and he comes walking in the building with his skateboard like he's 16, is Darby still getting over? Yeah, Swiss, definitely Swiss. Feel bad for the people like Thunder Rosa who was told she doesn't draw, so she had to give up her title backstage instead of in the ring. Tony Khan needs to get his priorities straight. That's it. You have talent. You hear it all the time in promos, all the time on media calls. Tony talking about the best roster. Wrestlers come out. We have the best roster. This is where the best wrestle. This is where the big boys play, right? You get the dots, right? So that becomes the dilemma is you have all this talent. We know you have this talent. 80% of my frustration is I know the talent you have, but I got to watch a contract signing between Jericho and Ishii. Help me understand. I guess Fletcher's losing at Full Gear. Maybe. I would lean so. Fun match. It was okay. Scrambled eggs. Had a couple moments, but very scrambly. Good match. Davies took the pin. Yes, he did. Good match. I don't feel bad for Ricochet at all. Imagine me feeling bad for a 6 to 7 figure earner who talks down to this fan base. It's it. I don't feel bad for the guy at all. To be honest, big fan of Ricochet. All that internet shit. I've said it last week. I said it during the week. It just comes off like a bitch. It's that simple. And I'm sorry if Ricochet ever hears my voice saying that, but he's acting like a bitch. You are making big money. You are supposed to be a professional, and you're acting like a whiny bitch with a very fragile ego. But MVP, the Hurt Business. Bobby Lashley will be in action tonight. Interesting. Is he going to wrestle Nana? Oh! Swerve pops Bobby. Down goes Bobby. I never liked Darby, so it's indifferent. Fair enough. MVP calling Triple H races again. I'm sorry, but he seems to say that a lot of his buddies wanted some of the stuff on TV. Listen, it is what it is. I'm not going to argue with it. You can look at the current roster. You can look at some of the title holders right now. I think MVP is a little bit bitter. And I think Triple H has an eye on the future. And at the end of the day, MVP's finding reasons why it didn't work. But sorry. Darby is the one taking the title off Moxley. I want to keep saying that until it happens. I thought that was potential, but it's all about the boom right now, folks. As Adam Cole is in the building. Darby is going flat since he left. Fair enough, Kris. Never been a Darby fan. Never been an Orange Cassidy fan. Shame on me. AD from AZ, you're not alone. Again, I used to defend OC because the OC, you knew, I know the guy can wrestle. Darby does fun shit, but it's just substance. And again, I'm kind of over, like, I don't know if it's just me being older an older fan, I just don't care for like the kid with the skateboard. Like smack the shit out of him. It's like a disgruntled kid. But Adam Cole, baby. Darby, Orange, Hook, I feel are out of a storyline. No one is missing them. Fact. Terrible production again. A little bit. I didn't even call it out. I can't get behind a male wrestler who is the size of Shotzi. Guys like Darby don't translate well to the big leagues. I agree. So wait, okay. I spoke to QD today at the indie wrestling place. I go down here and he said that he wrote that whole rap. I believe he wrote that whole rap. Yeah, that's not shocking. How would y'all feel for Darby to be the one to beat Mox just in time for Christian to cash in? I could see that definitely happening. But here comes the conglomeration, or at least Kyle O'Reilly. Remember, Kyle was in a faction with Adam Cole. Now he's in a faction with Ishii and friends. But here comes O'Reilly. Meant that as if it were my first time watching wrestling, I'd be into AEW because I wouldn't care about it. Fair enough. Exactly. It feels, again, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but it feels like a show you go to and you don't have any context. You watch that show and you kind of base it on what you see right in front of you that night. Yeah, he feels entitled. He feels soft. Feels soft, like a really fragile ego. So Kyle O'Reilly now got a mic. The crowd is extremely quiet. If I were making six figures, I would keep my mouth shut. I'd have nothing to say. Anthony, we're not making shit doing what we do, and we don't, again, minimal. You got to have a backbone. You can't, who cares? Adam Cole remains to be very yellow. Here's the Hurt Syndicate. Yeah, Bobby got that shit on. Are you watching WWE with the Hurt Business? Are we? Yeah, right? Shelton is why I tune in. Shelton's a classic. I like Shelton Benjamin a lot. Bobby wrestling tonight, probably a squash match. They should make him wrestle Nana. The crowd is flat as fuck. Lashley looking fly tonight. Sharp. Here you go. TK uses Scorpio Sky as the newest member of the Hurt Business. That would be random. Random. Undisputed Era reunion not happening. There's something afoot here, and I don't know what it is yet. It frustrates me that Benjamin and Lesnar tag team never got on TV as the team of strength, power, and speed that would be unstoppable. I feel like Shelton never got enough from WWE. I will admit that. Like, I think Shelton could have done so much more, especially in his prime. But Kyle O'Reilly walks away. Cole drops the mic, looks concerned and perplexed, and the fans just mumble to each other. No music, no excitement, just flat as shit. And now we go to Orange Cassidy. So we went from promo to outside promo, or we went from Moxley to Darby to the Hurt Business to Cole to Kyle to OC. Is Cole orange or is no? He's auditioning for The Simpsons. What the fuck is he doing? Why do AEW wrestlers dress so poorly? Because they're just cool, man. Just cool, bro. That's why the Hurt Syndicate feels so different. Shock the system. Oh, the rest of the conglomeration's here, minus Kyle O'Reilly. OC took the glasses off. He's serious. Bored as fuck, Anthony. KJ, Tony Khan should sign Alicia Fox. Oh, God. Michael, they have so much talent. They don't need Alicia Fox. That conglomeration shirt is actually good. Not bad. I really would like both AEW and WWE to stop forming these teams from Alpha Academy to Bloodlines, the Testament, Judgment Day, Callus, the Hurt Business, BCC, Elite. I know it's been faction crazy. You know, obviously Triple H loves factions for obvious reasons. TK loves factions. My only hope is, like, if you have a bloodline, the bloodline has purpose. The Final Testament, no purpose. We haven't figured it out yet. Judgment Day had some purpose. Where it might be in flux. There's a lot of factions in AEW that we just don't know. And you have like Kyle O'Reilly, who's like a floating member, or Rocky just gets added to one, or Ishii's now in one. Like, there's a lot of factions that aren't doing anything. Paul Heyman shows up with CM Punk and kind start the rivalry. Could be. A lot of people are thinking that. I don't believe it. As here comes Shida. I will put this one in the chat. I didn't do the last one. But up next, we get Stat versus Shida. And I imagine Stat's going to win this one, but we will ask. But here you go. Let me know who you taking. I agree with you. I'm black, and I don't like the being pandered to like that. When I watch the product and he's lying. I'll second everything MDB just said. Except not. Yeah, you got it. What did Spat say? I don't want to be offensive or rub it in anyone the wrong way, but it's weird how specific TK is about we have the best. Yeah, I thought that was odd. I felt that was really odd. And again, I mean, I feel like in way too many cases, again, there's just too much focus put on the divisiveness of it all. And again, I'm not going to get too political or jump on my blog or soapbox, but I just feel like it's divisive talk. Like, just evaluate someone as a wrestler, as a human being, as a person. Again, we're all people. We're all, I don't get it. And it's just way too much talk about it. And it's an unnecessary comment. And every time Tony Khan says, I have the safest place, or the best this, or the best that, or the best this, it just sets them up for criticism. But we are off and running with Shida and Statlander. 69% taking Stat. Shida is multi-time women's title holder, so it's unfortunate that she is not a priority anymore. Again, it's unfortunate at all. Why is she a baby face? It's been confusing. That's why. And I'm assuming you mean Shida. Sheeta's been eating good and ain't. The crowd is so quiet that you can hear the creepy guy in the arena trying to use the. Don't be weird, bro. Yeah. They're going to split Judgment Day. Yeah, we're not talking about that right now, bro. 5-star match. I'm with you. I like both these women. Stat needs to win. I'm sure Mercedes and or Camille, who's been pretty much useless, will be here at some point. KJ has Speedball. Mike Bailey made his AEW debut. Michael, the rumor is if Speedball will be debuting as part of the Continental Classic. So I'm interested in that. I think that's cool. I like Mike Bailey a lot. Big fan of Mike Bailey. So hopefully he can do something that matters. You should add. I should. You're fair. That's fair. I want to see Tony Khan, dad, and sister in a storyline. One day, Michael, one day. Stat for the win. Cheetah versus Stat. I'm all right. What do you make of the rumor about Private Party and Queen Aminata going to Hurt Syndicate? You can't, again, it's funny because we talk about it, but you can't just shove everybody in the same, like, how many members is the Hurt Syndicate going to have? People thought Ricochet or Leo Rush or Kenny King or Lee Moriarty. Like, again, it's just like, you guys are similar. Be together. That's kind of like what the old company used to get accused of. This is torture. Why is Adam Cole so yellow? It looks like he's auditioning for The Simpsons. He saw John Cena on The Simpsons. AW hack. If you buy tickets, buy the cheapest at the end of the day, and they'll let you close to fill. Yeah. It's like what we used to do at Blue Jays games or ball games. So yeah, it's smart choice. Is that this a night of promos? Been a chunk of promos, but right now we do have Statlander and Shida as we go to pitcher in pitcher. Shida is business on top, party on the bottom. Yeah. Happy they are going to use smaller arena for TV and then big arena for pay-per-view. I agree. I agree with that 316. We've been calling for it for a long time. Fill smaller buildings. It's better for the show. I feel like I'm the only one that hates Mike Bailey. I'm going to listen. I think Bailey to AEW makes a lot of sense for Bailey. He's going to get paid more money from Tony than he is from WWE. He's going to start somewhere in the middle, probably in the continental area, which we do know. So I think sometimes you got to go through steps with the WWE, and they're not willing to pay you as much. So you got to weigh your options. I understand why Ricochet would go there. I understand why Mike Bailey would go there. But like you pointed out, Anthony, about Deonna Purrazzo, where is she now? And that's my fear with Mike Bailey. He comes in, he has a really good match with Ospreay. He has a really good match with Fletcher. He has a really good match with Ricochet, and then fades into nothing. That's my fear. Does anyone care about this women's match? No. We would love to, but we don't. We just truly don't. No more wedgies. That's great. I feel like I'm the only one got that one. I don't think anyone does. Anyone in the chat right now like amped for this match? 444, welcome back. I'm looking at Stat. She'd be a star in NXT. 100%, my guy. That's another one of those. I think Anna Jay, if she was to go to NXT and get training and work on her already natural talents, you heard me. There's a lot of opportunity there. Willow, I think Willow would be a merch mover in NXT/WWE. I think there's talented women. I'm wondering if somebody like a Thunder Rosa could transition, but there are so many talented women in AEW that would do great in other companies, not just WWE or NXT, TNA as well. We get one women's match a week, and the diehards seem to overlook that. We get one match, and it's usually a shitty match. He wouldn't translate well to WWE. If we're talking about Bailey, I mean, I think, again, if you go into NXT and you learn their system and understand what they do, he's talented enough that he could. But I think he fits better without any of that with AEW. He can just show up to work and go to work. With WWE, he's got to go in and learn the process. I felt that same way about Ospreay. Ospreay fit AEW system, AEW style. Instead of saying, no, you got to go to NXT, you got to work for like 6 months, then we'll move you up, and then you got to climb up the ladder. It's tough. I don't know why I clicked on that one, but I won't read it. What if Shane McMahon took over AEW in a storyline with the BCC? A plumpy. I'm in. I've said it 100 times. I want it to happen. I don't believe it's going to happen. I'll be clear to everybody. I don't think it will happen, but I want it to. I, as a content creator, want Shane McMahon to show up in AEW. I think it'll be awesome. I don't think it's going to go well. I think it might be a shit show, but it's going to be fun to cover. It's a rough division in AEW, Richard. Very few women I find I'm able to invest in. I agree with that. And I know some of the fans get like, oh, it's just hate. They're not using them well. They're not well. Like, perfect example, Boston, is you had Toni Storm and Mariah May. Mariah May beats Toni Storm. Does anyone give a shit or know what the fuck Mariah May's up to other than a couple scraps with Anna Jay? But during the Toni Storm match, you have Shida fighting back. Shida giving Stat a run for her money. They're just not used well. So you have Mina in the crowd, but then that dissipated. Now Mina's arguing and shaking her boobs with fucking Harley and not even really involved with Mariah May. Mercedes Moné feels like she's being booked like the world champion, and the world champion is insignificant. Deonna Purrazzo, insignificant. Taya Valkyrie, Thunder Rosa. What are they going to do with Julia Hart? Is Julia Hart really going to save the day? She's not a great wrestler. She's a cute talent. That's about it. But Shida gets a 2 count. I'm right there with you, ringside or Anthony. Bradley, welcome back. Bailey is a very talented guy, but doesn't have much character. And he's kind of a short and skinny. Yeah, fair enough. I'm a big fan of Stat. She has tons of potential. 65%, by the way, taking Stat in the poll. This match, all of a sudden, okay, we're back. It just kind of paused for a second of like, what move are we supposed to do next? But Shida with a big suplex. Reversal into the tombstone. Thank you for coming, Shida. We'll see you next month. AEW is featuring Jericho defending his title next week in my city. I'll pass. A lot of people are like you, Rocco. Nobody gives a fuck about Jericho. The booking is so TK, if you know what I mean. Adam, welcome back. Mike Bailey going to AEW to get his wife a job too. Yeah, again, what would she do? Backstage? I mean, it is the land of nepotism. Bailey versus Monet, all out. But here comes the CEO with her piped-in song. Yeah, that would be your fear. I mean, again, I don't know enough. Like, could Bailey learn and grow with some training? Maybe. I don't know. But again, I think it's an easier route for him to go to AEW. I think it fits better overall. Mike Bailey would sign with AEW, but I don't want TK to bury him. Well, that's what we got to wait and find out. We got like 7 fans booing slightly. Oh, she sucked. Oh, the Steelers aren't good. MDB, I'm glad you're in. AEW wrestlers are signed for those matches and collect on the shelf. Anonymous, my question is, and if anybody ever had the time, I would love to know how many wrestlers have wrestled less than 5 matches in 2024 that are currently under contract with AEW. How many wrestlers are just being held hostage? Paid well, so I don't feel bad for them. But how many wrestlers have had less than 5 matches, less than 10 matches that are under contract? The Miros, the Ricky Starks. I mean, House of Black have had quite a few recently, but they're probably under or around 10. The crowd is literally chanting, "Shut the fuck up," to Mercedes. And now she's yelling at why? Why are they selling Sasha treating Camille like shit already? They just became friends a month ago. So one-armed Brickhouse getting in the ring. The crowd murmuring, not really giving a shit. Thunder Rosa in WWE could have been so much bigger. She'd be regarded as the same league as Becky Lynch and Bailey. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm a big fan. So Camille getting her ass kicked again. Is there any way Camille can get out of her AEW contract? That would be a question, Damian. Again, they sprinkle in their veterans. Could they use her expertise to help with some of the younger talent? But Stat's got Sasha Tombstone. So guess who's winning at the pay-per-view? Camille has been booked like shit. Camille has been booked like absolute shit. Rosa in WWE would be awesome. Again, I'm a fan. So, will Tony end up in the WWE? I don't know, William. I really don't. Last time she was there was under Vince. So, and we saw what happened with the cake in the face, not booking her well. Could Triple H talk her into coming back and book her proper? For sure. I think Tony Storm's a star. But MVP and the boys are sneaking down the hallway with a cameraman. And they got a fake swerve. Is that Reggie? Well, Shelton and MVP just beat not Swerve up. As we go to commercial break, folks, as Lashley will be in action 2-on-1. But I will take a second to remind everybody we are back tomorrow. We are back on Saturday for Full Gear as well. But tomorrow, the Full Gear Prediction Show, 8 p.m. on the channel. Myself, Nick, and Anthony will be going live, give you our predictions and previews for the whole damn show. Friday, SmackDown, Rampage. Saturday, Full Gear, special start time, 6:45 p.m. And then Sunday, Bloodsport, also 6:45 p.m. We're going to be here all night long, as long as it takes to get through both shows. It's going to be fun all weekend long, and then we head towards Survivor Series next week. Can't wait for that one. But if you're just tuning in, Bobby Lashley's going to go 2-on-1. We'll see how that goes, but we know exactly how that goes. But yeah, lots going on here at the channel. Don't forget, we do have new merch out as well. Join the For Life Army, be a part of the crew, and become a member, because we do have our members-only perks, including our members-only streams. So be there for that as well. Good night, CEO. Camille has no booking power. I know. I feel so bad for her. She's been horrible. CEO is cringe. Camille was offered an NXT contract and got offended because she said she doesn't need training. Wonder if she's regretting the decision. And I think that's what happens. I know other people, and I do think that was part of Ospreay's feelings of like, what do you mean you're going to train me? I'm one of the best in the world. So Camille goes here. She plays second fiddle to Sasha. And before they even really have a chance to build up this relationship between Camille and Sasha, Sasha's already treating her like shit a month in. And Camille's been beat up by everybody. She doesn't look badass. She doesn't look like a brick house. She doesn't look like the longest reigning NWA champion of all time. Awful. That was dumb. Yeah. So baby faces are going to beat up someone with one arm. Yep. Consumer. Dude, what? I don't know if that's a full sentence. Worst bodyguard ever. Yeah, I agree. Camille has been booked like shit. I agree. Camille got to slap somebody backstage. I would. Jesus Christ. She's twice the size of Tony Khan. Just pick him up and shake him. You know, at minimum, he'll let you out of your contract. Mercedes really a shell of her Sasha character. She thinks she's great, and it's horrible. She is fucking horrible. Who's the worst promo, Mercedes or Liv? Liv's a much better promo than Mercedes. I believe Liv when she speaks. I think Liv does a great job of getting under the fans' skin, talking about, you know, when you have a man like Dom, you know, it's a woman like me. Like that stuff irritates people. When you walk out and you're like, where are we? Oh, by the way, the Steelers suck. Ew. Like, great. Good job. You're fucking awesome. So, yeah, no, Mercedes sucks. To me, Mercedes is the female Jericho. Camille is going to turn on Monet at Full Gear. But why, Chris? Like, I mean, maybe, but that's too soon. And why? Camille's a great heel. As we are getting a promo for Adam Page and Jay White, and I love the fact they're using some old footage. Liv gets better is the difference. That's true. Word. Who's better, Camille or Ralph? I'm leaning towards Ralphus. He took better bumps. I saw some of the stuff Sasha is saying to Camille. Maybe it's me, but it doesn't seem like Sasha is acting. She just seems like she's being cruel. Well, again, it's Fabe. I'm sure it is, but it doesn't make sense. Like, it would be like Shawn Michaels getting Diesel and a month later shitting on Diesel. You know what I mean? Like, they were best friends for a long time. And then they started having issues. Michaels getting mad at Diesel, Michaels being a prick. And then eventually Diesel got sick of it and went after Michaels. That's what should happen here. Like Camille and Sasha should be tight for months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, for a long time. If she's already shitting on her a month in, and Camille doesn't look like a badass. But here comes Bobby Lashley, set to take on two dudes. Camille has never been a babyface in her career. No, not that I can recall, Damien. I think you're accurate in that, or not very often. What was the point of MVP doing that? They're looking for Swerve, and they got swerved looking for Swerve. Camille in NWA, big fish, small pond. Camille in AEW, trashed. Again, you have to ask yourself two things when you have a contract opportunity. It's like Ricochet. Ricochet, I understand why he went to AEW, but you have to believe what Tony Khan's telling you. Are you going to book me correctly? Are you going to give me opportunities at world titles? Am I going to matter? Or are you just going to use me for a handful of, oh my God, matches and then put me on the back burner? That has to be it. Now, for some people, the money outweighs the opportunity. To me, that's what Sasha Banks was very much. Give me the money. And she didn't give a fuck. She wanted the money. She got the money, and it's hurting her career. It's hurting her presentation. Remember that time that Mantar was clowning on Diesel? Yeah. You're going way back, money. No, maybe not. Quote of the decade, Bobby Lashley. This is disrespect. You have Bobby beat up a bunch of nobodies. Yeah. Why? Okay, so we have an 8-man tag. Nobody stands on the apron. We have a 2-on-1. Everybody stands on the apron. What are we doing? What? Cheeseburger. Was it? Is it? No. Really? Craig. Welcome, Craig. How you doing? How you doing? Cheeseburger. It is. Is it? That's crazy. Camille's going to be fine. The way she's being booked is to turn Monet and receive massive babyface pop. But she's not a babyface, my guy. And because everyone hates Monet, yeah, but right away. Like, do you really feel like a month is enough? I understand what the idea is, but after a couple months, like when like they just got together. She's only defended the title, I think, twice with Camille as her bodyguard. That's my issue. Joe Keys breaks up the pin. Why? Why? It's Cheeseburger. Why is Joe Keys getting any offense? Let's go, Cheeseburger. Now I want Cheeseburger to win. Cheeseburger to the Hurt Syndicate. Book it. A bit of an indie legend in his own right. Once upon a time, spear by Lashley. Yeah. And Keys. He's got Keys coming from overseas. I don't know who he is. And on goes the Hurt Lock. Cheeseburger Eddie. It ain't easy being cheesy. Oh, Mr. Keys. I wonder who's going to win. Yeah, no shit. I didn't even put a poll up for this one. From having matches with Drew to this. I mean, again, some people are going to say, well, they were just showing off, Bobby. Did you have to? Did you have to? Poor Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger's still down. Ouch. I felt that. Yeah, Cheeseburger might be dead. Oh, we got company. Nana's got a chair. See, if you wanted to get me hyped for Full Gear, you have MVP announce that he pulled some strings, and it will be Nana versus Bobby Lashley. And then Bobby puts a fucking beating on Nana. But Nana distracts the Hurt Syndicate. Swerve shows up with a chain around his wrist. and takes down Bobby, takes down Shelton, takes down MVP. Yeah. And we get the drive-by or house call. The Dominator is back. Swerve to the top. I don't love this. Yeah. Yeah, Cheeseburger getting a huge pop, even from the chat. But Swerve taking out Bobby. Yeah, okay. Bobby down and out. But the crowd, listen to the crowd. This is the biggest chant and action in the crowd. And Swerve runs away, flips out. I like it. Okay. At least we know Swerve's losing on the weekend. MVP, a.k.a. Maxwell Vaca Prideman. Not quite. Lashley doesn't fit in AEW. That was my Ricky. That was one of my concerns. One of my fears is that how do you sell us on Bobby and the Hurt Business being so big and dominant, trying to make this happen? But nice moment. I mean, again, I kind of want Bobby to stay strong. I think what I would have done is what I said is Bobby Lashley beats the shit out of Nana and adds a little personal element to this. But we got Mina and Maria. Hey! Swerve eating a pin. Oh, huge. Whose house? Swerve stomp. Dominator is back. Great match. Yeah, great match. Yeah, this is cringe. To me, it was unnecessary. And again, do things with purpose. Him beating up Keys and Cheeseburger, I almost called him Hamburger, it doesn't really kind of do what you need it to do. I think you could do things with purpose. Yeah, definitely Smashburger. He may be done forever. This is a bar burner. So are they friends again? Oh, we're back with the booby shakes. All right, folks. That was a riveting women's booking. Swerve is corny. I like Swerve. I think there's a lot you could do with Swerve. Swerve got the biggest reaction of anybody tonight. You have to give him credit. Ridiculous. Again, consumer, you keep saying words. I don't know what they mean. You lay out Bobby this early. Not my first choice, Richard. But here comes Darby Allin. We're saving AJ for the later in the show, apparently. TNA would have been better for him, but TNA ain't paying like AEW. Yeah, that's the biggest issue. They should have kept his first match to be against Swerve. This was once again stupid booking. If you are, like I said, if you put him in there with Nana, like MVP shows his power as a manager, I pulled some strings. I have a big announcement, and Bobby's going to be in action tonight, and his opponent's going to be Nana. Not only that, Swerve is banned from ringside, and if he shows up, he does not get a match at Full Gear. And then Bobby lays waste to Nana. Now you're like, oh shit, those guys are heels. MVP's got clout. And then you go, wow, look what they did to poor Nana. You get a bunch of heat on Bobby. You get a bunch of heat on the Hurt Business. Nana takes an L. Nobody gives a fuck. And then after the match, Swerve comes running out. The heels peel, and everyone's happy. And you build up for, oh shit, now I want to see Full Gear. I want to see Swerve get his hands on Bobby. Swerve's going to want revenge. Instead, he beat up Cheeseburger and fucking Hamburger, and here we are. Gets laid out. I don't think it was the way I would have done it. Bobby looking weak, and I don't care that while Swerve tricked him and hit him with a chain, he's still the one on his back at the end of this. I think it's too soon for him to be on his back. Got to take him out to dinner first. Should have been Bobby Shelton versus Swerve and partner that ends up being Nana. That would work too, Willie. That would have been suffice. That would have sufficed. But Darby's in the ring. Claudio's in the ring. I will put a poll up. Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking? Keep the chat coming. It is on fire tonight. Love it. Little bit of a chant for Darby. Again, right now, nobody has got a bigger pop than Swerve tonight. And again, Swerve Strickland should be the Jey Uso of AEW. And I just mean as far as fan reaction goes. The fans should be on their feet every time Swerve comes through the curtain. They just got to lean into it. Come on down, Bobby Lashley, forward folks. Where we treat you right, unless you're Rusev. That match was a burger, man. I give it 5 burger patties. I can't believe we got cheeseburger, and I think Bobby killed him. Have they even had cheeseburger on AEW? I think once, not in 2024, no. And he's not a part of the company. This would just be local enhancement talent, see money. I can't wait for Mina to turn on Mariah. I mean, again, it should have happened 3 months ago. What are we doing? Mina and the twins. Claudio getting back into the ring. Darby runs at him, gets thrown over top. Oh, fuck. It's bad. It's really bad. Again, you got Camille, the brick house. You got Bobby Lashley, the Dominator. And they both end up on their back-to-back segments. That was weird. I forgot Mariah was champ. Everybody did. Bobby Lashley wins at Full Gear because babyface attacked heel. Yep. Feels like, again, a bit cookie cutter. Darby gets caught by Claudio on the outside. Claudio swings him around and then just throws him awkwardly. Mina with a great segment. I love Mina. I really do. Again, Mina at least has personality. Mina has an attitude. She gets over with the crowd. She might do it shaking her tatas, but at least she's getting over. She gets a bigger reaction than Moxley does. This BS ain't live. That is AR1. Good to see ya. Yo, Eco. Mariah May has been the afterthought by the booking. 100%. Your world champion feels irrelevant. Your TBS champion feels all the importance of booking, but is just fucking sucking pond water. Yeah. Swerve just has to work on his facial expressions. I mean, again, I think I like Swerve in and out of the ring. I'm a fan of Swerve. I think they need to lean in. And like, again, the minute you hear Swerve's music, the whole crowd should be up just fucking going. But you got him booked as this tweener and it doesn't work. Camille's going to be fine. Okay, I got that. And I agree. Camille's awesome. Like, I'm a big fan of Camille. She should not be getting beat up as much as she should, or as she is. I understand what you're saying, but Monet's playing that role of the shitty heel. The heat that she's receiving right now is actually a good thing. My man. Yes and no. I'm not convinced. Again, when you come out and you say, well, the Steelers suck, to me, that's shitty heat. I don't know if Camille's the right move to become her opponent. Now, I see what you're saying for sure, and I agree with you. She's trying. It just comes off. It comes off like Nikita Lyons, just very phony. You're a phony. You slipped a little, but overall, great spot. Not sure. Mariah has the worst title run ever. Hasn't been great. Thunders was bad too, though. Mariah May's wrestling on Rampage, a show they're canceling. That was weird. That's one way to put it. Mariah May has been afterthought. Got that one. Remember, folks, we have the super chat, super stickers. If you want to stand out and guarantee I click on your message, make sure you use those or just repeat yourself because I'm clicking on as many as I possibly can and doing our best here. So what happened to Mariah wanting to face Mina? I'm past the point of liking female talent strictly off looks. That's the issue. And I will say this, and I'm going to make it very clear. I said it last week. I have no problem with anything Mina's doing. I have no problem with Harley Cameron. Harley Cameron is like the Chelsea Green of AEW. I think there's something there. But I guarantee you, if two of the WWE women were on TV on a Monday or a Friday or a Tuesday shaking their chest, the internet would go a fucking blaze with the double standard and the hypocrisy of it all. Now, I'm going to be clear. I personally don't have an issue with it, and I'm never going to complain about a little bit of shaky. But let's be real. It is, I thought in 2024, that kind of, look, I'm pretty, wasn't enough. I mean, again, it's like Sky Blue, Julia Hart. They're cute, but they're not exactly fucking premier wrestlers. You have Serena Deeb, you have Thunder Rosa, you have Deonna Purrazzo, but Julia Hart, let's push Julia Hart. Fuck the other women. Let's push Julia Hart. What are we doing? Where's our mindset with this? The Dudley Boys theme song is underrated. Random, but yes. Okay. Anna Jay should have won against Mariah May for the title. Maybe. How many rotations do the Giants swing tonight? I'm guessing 25. He just tapped out like Jericho. Remember Jericho tapped out to the fucking swing? It's a violent move, you know. But ladies and gentlemen, we are currently in picture. Claudio all over Darby before taking the loss soon. So we getting shake titties every week, not wrestle. Yep. One women's match per week, usually. I'd like that idea for Nana. Yeah, right? Like, I mean, even like you said, a tag match would work, but you got to find reasons to make these issues with guys legitimate and prideful. You got to talk to people's egos. You can't just like, well, you know, like it's just stupid. You got it. Like if they beat up your best friend because they wanted to recruit you, but Nana was in the way, so you took your frustrations out on Nana, you make this personal. And when you make it personal, you go to war. And that's what we're looking for. That's why CM Punk and Drew work. That's why we want Punk and Seth. That's why we like Seth and Bronson, or fucking Cody and Roman, or Solo and Roman, or Sammy and KO. It's personal. It's not just, we both wrestle, let's fight. Cheeseburger and beef are a natural tag team. Yes, they are. Oh, no, it's Death Riders. I know where you got that one. The Death Riders. I heard it too, my guy. Omar's coming soon. Jesus. Can't wait for 10 o'clock. We're already at 9:15. Holy shit. Darby is eating. A lot of biting in AEW, by the way. Darby biting the face of Claudio. Off the ropes. Tope. Word. Yeah. I'll just leave that there. It's true. In all fairness, they said that. Like, they said that. Right? Tits out and fucking where the breast wrestle. Like, what? Cheeseburger WWE ID confirmed. Yeah, maybe. I'd pop for that. Let's go. If Darby can beat Brody King, he should be able to beat Claudio. Fact. Oh, wait a minute. Going for the coffin drop. He kind of slipped, but Claudio fucks it up anyway. Darby for the win by DQ. Swiss Cyborg. What'd the poll say? 52%. Wow, 50-50 on this one. Woo-hoo-hoo. Darby. Man, if they book Darby versus Lashley, I swear it's going to happen. Her treating Camille like shit makes perfect sense because Monet's current role. Trust me, in the long run, it will all make sense. It's about the bigger picture, Camille down the road. Again, I will say this very clearly. I agree, but this is not the right time. They have not had a run together to build up the breaking of that run. So I get what you're saying, but like everything else in AEW, it feels rushed. It feels like there is no patience. There is no long-term storytelling. So they've only been partnered together for a couple months, and they're already, their dynamic is changing. You got to let it play out. That's when fans get invested. So they're great for a while. Then you see the cracks. You know? Then you can build on it. Then people start wanting Camille to get free. But when you do it so quick, we haven't even invested in Camille yet. And she's been a heel since we got her. So why do we give a fuck if the other heel treats her like shit? We don't. 2 count, Darby on Claudio. But I understand. Like, I'm not missing the point. They're just, patience is a virtue. I predict Darby gets ass handed to him when he comes back at end. I think the Death Riders are going to have something to say with how this all plays out here tonight. 2 new matches announced for Turning Point. Ace Austin, Hardy Boys against the Rascals and Kushida, and Josh Alexander, Steve Macklin. I saw these announcements. Josh and Steve have a history. I love this matchup. We recently saw Steve and Josh go at it. I love it. I think it's gonna be a banger. The Rascals, Kushida taking on Ace and the Hardys. It'll be fun. I think Ace Austin's ready for a solo run again. And I know, thoughts and prayers out to Chris Bay. Lots to talk about that. Even before the injury of Chris Bay, I thought Ace and Chris might be close to a solo run. So very talented guy in Ace Austin. If we had cheeseburgers, where was Pickles? Darby Allin for the win. Darby was quick as hell. He is. He's quick as a hiccup. As this match continues, Cesaro's got control on the outside. Woke up late, but it sounds like AEW is AEW. A little bit, kid. Welcome. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening. Oh, my God. A giant swing, which got a reaction from the crowd. Darby's rubbing his head like that fucking hurt. Darby up and over the table. And the ref just standing there hapless. KJ, who's next to leave TNA Wrestling? Jordan Grace, Jonathan Gresham, Josh Alexander, Alex Hammerstone, Su Young. Su Young, we haven't seen much in AEW. In TNA. We will see her, I believe, coming up at some point. Hammerstone, I don't know what his contract is. He just got there. Josh is going to test free agency in 2025. Jordan Grace is the closest one. She's already done some time with some appearances with NXT, WWE, and her contract comes up in January. Jonathan Grisham's an interesting one. I don't think it's a shoe-in because they get Jordan, they're going to get Jonathan. I don't know. Jonathan's a little guy. As Darby gets thrown, and the table says, "You're too small to break me." Claudio throws Darby from the announce table into the timekeeper's area, and Darby legit just bounced off the fucking table. Holy shit! Whee! Oh! I wanted to like Swerve so bad. The best thing about him is not a dance. Swerve's good, man. I understand that maybe the bookings got you feeling a certain way, but Swerve is so good. He's a smart guy. He's talented. I don't love his promos, but that's where maybe you let Nana talk a little more. But him being in this, like, I'm a bad guy that breaks into houses, but I'm a good guy who had his house burned down. That is the problem. The nauseating number of tweeners in the company with nobody having, like, not enough people being clear. I'm good. I'm evil. Let's fight. Darby gets in before the 10 count or 20 count or whatever the fuck. How many matches has Mina had? Because no way they had her hired for nearly a year just to boost 18 to 49. Oh, and Claudio lays waste to Darby. Claudio taking out Darbs clean. Woo! Mina, I think's had one match, maybe two. I don't know. Anybody? Ryan May wrestling on Rampage, a show they're calling. Yeah, I got that one. Private Party in the back with Renee. Now, Renee has a different outfit on. So did they tape things at different times, or am I just hallucinating? Omos is all elite. I wouldn't be surprised, LJ. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Just what do you do? Who does he fight? Swerve is just an entrance. Steve, that breaks my heart because I think he's more than just an entrance. I just think in this company, the way it looks, yeah, maybe. I think Swerve's got a ton of talent. Swerve's character is okay. His booking that's failing him. I'm with you, kid. I keep forgetting that Darby has that dumbass face tattoo. Yeah. Not paint, my guy. Harley Cameron is a gem. Yes. Oh, we got Boom Boom and his kid. Double chocolate chunk cookie. Yay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a commercial, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. I do not care. Donnie, I do not care as well. MJF pulling up. Interesting. Jinder, yeah. Again, another big guy. What do they do with him? So Darby can beat Brody King, but not Claudio. So MJF right now is trying to sell us on him versus Roddy. Your own mother shot your father. That's true story. For those who don't know, MJF bringing up facts. Interesting. Might just be me, but I'm over Darby's reckless style because he does it consistently, not even fully took the reckless bumps every match like Darby. Yeah. Willie, I'm with you. And I asked the fans this. I asked the crowd, the chat here tonight, are you behind Darby the way you used to be? Does Darby feel cool and edgy the way he used to? And again, I think it's like anything else. You become desensitized. If every single time we see Darby, he's bouncing off something, it's no longer cool. It becomes the norm. And when things become the norm, it's no big deal, right? The reason why Mick Foley falling off Hell in the Cell was, oh my God, is because nobody ever did it. And it rarely happened again because it was life risking maneuver, a choice that probably shouldn't have happened, but it did. But if Mick Foley was doing that every fucking month, you wouldn't care when they did do it. So I agree with you, man. It's got to be about pick your battles, pick your spot. So again, I don't like the promo from MJF. It feels like cheesy, low-hanging fruit. Basically saying your father shouldn't have shot your mother, he should have shot you, I guess. Mick Foley is consistent, as well raised expectation. What was that? That was odd. See, they were building Adam Cole. Now I'm wondering, did Adam Cole get re-injured? Did Adam Cole tweak something? Because they were building Adam Cole MJF and they made a hard pivot, and that's MJF's attempt to build, like, to sell us on that match. And that pre-tape was garbage. It was like Mercedes coming out and going, Steelers suck. Boo. Like, fuck. Mega saying the complete opposite. I didn't like it. From what I've seen of Darby, he just throws his body around and doesn't do anything really acrobatic. That is part of his kind of gimmick. I like that he's fearless. I like that he just like throws himself at shit. But again, you can't cripple him every week. That promo was kind of cringe. MJF would make a great Wolverine. I don't know about that. I thought Christian is the one who talks about fathers. Facts, Mr. Quake. MJF looks dry as hell. Mm-hmm. As we are on commercial break, folks, I will take a second to remind you of our one and only current amazing sponsor. Check this out. There we go. So go check out our merch. Go check out our link below and get all your stuff. We just released the camo line. We have our F Meltzer shirts. We have our wrestling and chill shirts. We got all you can shake a stick at. We got tank tops, crop tops, hats, bucket hats, and so much more coming your way, including our new zip up as well. Go be a fan. Join the For Life Army and get yourself some merch. We would appreciate it and help support the channel growing and growing and growing. I will remind everybody as well, now that we're on a commercial break, we are back tomorrow for the Full Gear preview show. It's going to be a fun one. Myself, Nick, and Anthony are going to run through the card, go through all the expectations, give our predictions, give our 2 cents, and let you guys know what we think is going to happen. That is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Friday, SmackDown, Rampage. Saturday, Full Gear. Sunday, Bloodsport. Monday, Raw. Tuesday, we do it all over again. And then Survivor Series Saturday. I think we're going live at 5 p.m. on Saturday as an early start time for the show. We are looking forward to Survivor Series, War Games. We're looking forward to it all. We're going to be here for so much moving forward. As always, the channel that just covers more live wrestling than everybody else. As we are back with Boom Boom and his big kid. What is this? Thank you, thank you, thank you. If Cole got injured, they should work it into the story. I'm just guessing. I don't know. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't be Adam Cole and Paige, or Adam Cole and MJF. Anyone else out there think I'm crazy? Like, why wouldn't that match happen? I agree with that. That's a good shout, my guy. Good example, right? I'm on page with you with that one for sure. Okay. And now we go to Tony on the ramp. KJ, is MJF's stick getting stale? Yeah. 2 things are happening, Michael. Inconsistent. He's in and out, in and out, in and out. So it's hard. Again, like Britt Baker, if you're not a full-time here and you don't have somebody like a Heyman selling us on you, then you get hurt. You hurt your what you do. But when you go away, come back, sometimes you're good, sometimes you're bad, sometimes you're doing a kangaroo hop, next minute you're being an asshole. And again, selling Roddy as the babyface, who's been in a heel faction for a year and a half, none of it makes sense. That is why MJF feels stale. If MJF was going against pure, strong baby faces, then it's easier to get mad at him. But he's not. Roddy, not known for his promos, he's getting a little bit of reaction. Well, he was a heavy set guy, yet Darby is a small, skinny guy who takes these bumps. Again, I'm my concern with Darby is how long can you do it? Who's your pick for MVP for both company, women and men this year? You will see at our year-end awards, my friend. We will be talking about that as the 4 lifeies, the golden KJs, if you will. At the end of this year, early next year, we will do our annual Wrestling for Life awards, and we'll put the nominees and the votes up soon. You should have more likes too, by the way. I agree, Jose. I agree. If you're watching right now and you haven't hit like, make sure you do so. I think Darby is more comfortable with who he is and where he is at than most of the roster. Yeah, I think a good way to put it is Darby's a little more self-aware, and you don't see Darby on the internet telling people to go fuck off. Like he's just, I do me, bro. This is a little boring. Darby Allin is the gothic Tony Hawk. Fucking hell. Riley Hawk. Who's more overbooked, Rhea Hogan or Liv Hogan? No comment. See, listen right now. The crowd is quiet. The crowd is so quiet. So the expectation of your fan base now is to cheer for Roddy, but you were booing him a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 months ago. So the booking doesn't help. The booking is hurting the match because nobody cares. If MJF shows up and beats the shit out of Roddy, nobody in the audience is going to be upset. And the crowd makes no noise. None. Oh, What was the point of Cole coming back to start a feud with MJF for it to not lead to a match with him at the end? It should have ended Cole, MJF, ASAP, and move away. I thought when he came back and kicked him in the nuts, that was the end of all of it. They ran it back for some weird reason, and I'm only guessing, Willie, but my guess is something had to happen because you brought Adam back just to go after MJF, and now he's not. Maybe it's not done yet, but I don't get it. MJF not using a fake orange tan lotion, yeah, at the moment, because he just filmed a movie. He can't rock that fake bullshit. As I'm getting a clip of Danny and Perry, where Perry was chained to the hood of his scapegoat bus. Double chunky commandeered. Yeah, I guess so. The Rizzler. Is the Rizzler the kid? Who's the Rizzler? I'm old. Spike Dudley wasn't taken seriously, though. He wasn't the main event title contention, and neither should Darby. Again, nice counter argument. We go back. This is looking like MJF being kidnapped. Or sorry, Miz being kidnapped. So Danny and Mac Daddy or Magic Daddy or whatever the fuck have the scapegoat kidnapped. I'm with you. Oh, bring a sign, Alex. You bring a sign and prove that you brought a sign that says our name on it. We'll send you a t-shirt. I want Big Boom AJ to win now, I guess. Why is Tony on my screen? AJ would be pissed. They haven't even done the Jericho thing yet. Fuck my life. We got a half an hour to go. Would get pissed if I made a Wrestling for Life shirt. I mean, if you copyright and if you kind of copyright infringe, maybe. It's a weird thing, Mega. This guy has more charisma than 95% of the AEW locker room. He had better promo. He got energy, at least. Spike was a giant killer, taking down big guys, not taking reckless bumps unless it played in the big picture. Everything should have a purpose. If you are going to throw Darby down the stairs, it should be for an angle, not just because. That's what I'll say. So how are they setting? How is this tying into a match? Why are all the heels getting beat up tonight? I don't see that Costco guy match being good. It won't be good, but it might get better reaction than some main card matches. We will see, Richard. It really could. Here Comes the Boom was a good movie, but this promo, oh my God. It was a great movie. I love that movie. As now Danny is beating up the bus. Like, who gives a fuck? This is going long and weird. Tony Schiavone got a new suit. He wears... I thought he'd be dead at 41 tops. Oh, I don't want him to die, but I don't know how well he can walk after the age of 30. I can't believe the Costco guys had the best promo of the night. Consumer, you might be onto something. So Danny is just leaving. Danny is just leaving. And now we go with the yellow son of a bitch. Like the stream. Give us all the love, folks. I got 135. And we got Jericho looking like a complete asshole. And Ishii. Why the fuck are we doing this? Anybody? Does anybody give a fuck? I got 135 people. Be honest. Is anyone excited about this fucking match? Don, you're not wrong. Like, what the fuck are we doing? So now Jericho's playing off. I haven't seen the contract. It was sent to my legal team a week ago. This is fucking stupid. So now he's not signing. They're doing a signing in a locker room. This fucking ridiculous. I only give a fuck about Wrestling for Life on Wednesdays. I appreciate you, my guy. I really appreciate you. As Jericho stops to look at himself, Ishii looking confused and lost, as if his Alzheimer's is kicked in. Hey, yo, what's up, Charles? Who is Big Justice and Big Boom? So Ishii is now stalking Jericho, and this gets worse by the second. Ishii pushing people. He's fucking stupid. Ishii just beating everybody up on the way for no reason. Jericho lightly jogging, speed walking, if you will. As they head up the stairs, Ishii still in tow. This gets longer. Why is this so long? Bad enough we're doing the contract signing. Why the fuck is it still happening? We don't need fucking all the talent to come out of catering. Jericho still walking. Same. Everyone is allowed to do their own thing. So everything. Yeah, that's a part of the problem. The segments there's no flow to the show, right? And now the ratings are going down. This is fucking awful. First ever locker room signing. Yeah, it might be. How fucking Bush League is this? As now Jericho has made his way into the arena. Ishii doesn't look nearly as big as he used to either. What are they doing? Wasting my time is what they're doing, Charles. Wasting my fucking time. They're keeping coming at you. Yeah, they just won't stop. Jericho makes it all the way to the ring. And you know what happens when Ishii gets to the ring? He gets jumped by two other guys. Are you ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? If that damn Ring of Honor title is the main eventing the show, does that mean the AEW World title will main event Ring of Honor show? In theory, Lisa, but it won't be. Oh, Jericho doesn't have a pen, which is funny. Christian Cage had that problem a month ago. Ishii's got a pen. Jericho, yeah, I bet he is. This continues. And listen to the crowd. The fans want to tell me that Jericho's doing a good job. Listen to the crowd. I'll wait. You can hear hecklers. Random hecklers yelling out. Nobody fucking cares. Sign the fucking thing. Nobody gives a shit. Why are we dragging this out? And there's the other two guys. Predictable, basic, Bush League bullshit. Every fucking week. Every week. This guy's like fucking herpes. He just hangs around forever. The fuck are we doing? Not a fucking sound in the crowd. Nobody gives a fuck about Ishii. Nobody gives a fuck about Jericho. And all of this is garbage. Reach for the sky. Here comes the conglomeration. And the most over guy in the whole thing, Mark Briscoe, thank fuck. Why is he not champion? Oh, that's right. Because Jericho's got half of Tony Schiavone in his mouth half the fucking week. Let's be real. Yeah, that's a foregone thing. Daniel Garcia becomes the new TNT champion in Full Gear. Probably. But I mean, again, you just made Perry look like a bitch. Wednesdays used to be fun. Yeah, once upon a time. You go back through our archives when Dynamite won every week, when we would do the power rankings back in the day, and Dynamite won every week. Every week they were smashing, and things changed. This is fucking awful, and nobody's making a sound. People will tell me, oh, KJ, it was good. What don't you get about it? Well, why isn't the crowd in the building cheering? And why is Mark getting more offense than anybody? What's happening? Yeah, nothing's happening. As Brainbuster, Ishii on Jericho. Jericho's down. When Jericho's going to win. All the heels are getting the shit kicked out of them tonight. Have you noticed that? Bobby got beat up. Jericho got beat up. Perry got beat up. We got any good bad guys? Not going to lie. Yeah, it's funny, but not in like, I'm trying to be funny, so you're laughing. It's funny as in, this is so bad, I'm laughing at it. That's it. It wasn't supposed to be funny, but we're laughing because it's so fucking ridiculous. And up next, our main event, Wheeler, Yuta, and Orange Cassidy. Ooh, The ratings through the roof, folks. How do we follow a Jack Perry segment, but a Jericho segment, and then a main event of Wheeler Yuta and Orange Cassidy? Barn burner. And there's the learning tree, smiling from ear to ear. So friendly, but not the Stone Pitbull. That's where we're going with that. They really are trying to make Ishii look strong. Why? You don't have any talent in your fucking roster. You don't have anybody you're paying money to right now that could use the TV time that you just gave to Ishii and Jericho. That's the fucking problem. Yeah, wasting time. Bathroom break, always. Jericho maybe has something on Tony. Yeah, he has something on him. But I can't say what it is, William. I'm laughing. This is funny as fuck. Yeah, I'm with you. It's haha. Buy ratings, no control. I do like the yellow jacket, though. It's, piss yellow, my favorite. Smoke break, 100% Christopher. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be doing that. This is kind of funny. I agree. So much trash. Again, it's hilarious, but it's not supposed to be. This is the greatest AEW Dynamite show of all time. KJ needs to be the new announcer for AEW. Jose, send in my resume. Let him know. But again, they'll never get rid of Sockface because they think he's wonderful and he's fucking useless. I'm walking here. Right. It's okay. I'm a limo driver. The joke is kind of dragging. Yeah, a little bit. It's funny, and I'm laughing at this, not with, exactly that, MDB. What's up, consumer? Again, boring, Sappin, not happy. This is a perfect example of the inmates running the asylum not working. Something needs to be done already. Why was Jericho's segment longer than almost anything that we got tonight? Anybody? AEW Dynamite tonight is a 10 out of 10. Michael Spikes? Not quite, but we'll let you have it. All right. Toon's sign. Crowd is so quiet you can hear a mouse piss on cotton. What I love is when the crowd goes uber quiet and then you can hear like the little heckles. Go home, retire, go back to Roman. That's crazy that you can hear one or two people. That is crazy. And that is my argument to the diehard AEW fans. If you're sitting at home going, this is awesome, I love this, why are the people that paid money to watch the show in person quiet? Somebody explain that to me. Help me understand. KJ, you don't get it. They're quiet because blah, 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 blah. Why? Why aren't they making a sound? Why aren't they cheering? Why? Bring Toonsies. Oh, I got it. The key to seeing AEW is to treat it like a funny show and not a wrestling show, as this is a hilarious mess of a show. Yeah. And I mean, again, a lot of things you can just kind of roll your eyes and you kind of take it for what it's worth. That's why I do like the pay-per-views, Lisa, because at least at a pay-per-view, I can just kind of funnel and go with what did they do in the ring? Some bad, some good, some in between. But when it comes to the show and it's so promo heavy, like we're back in the back with Renee and Jamie. Are they going to cut Jamie off again? Oh, Jamie actually, Jamie pointing out that Julia cut her off. But it wasn't Julia. Julia's not in charge of production. Production cut you off. Go talk to your boss. This is good Jericho comedy, in my opinion. This is the type of stuff we loved. The awkward walk killed me. I disagree completely. I think it's fucking bad. Oh, we cut her off again in a very Bray Wyatt stance. But here's my question about this, Jamie Hayter. But Jamie Hayter and Julia, they're not talking like Julia's packages aren't talking about Hayter. They're random about her coming home and finding herself. So what, like if she was going to cut off Hayter, shouldn't the package somewhat be about why she's cutting Hayter off? Apparently she got good with a bow and arrow. And that's Brody King, I think, doing the overlay. But to me, Boston, it's not funny. It's not like this is hysterical. It is bad production. It is bad TV. And the biggest thing I'm stuck on is there's so many people in your company that I would rather see than this. And that's it. NXT did it better. Facts. That's why Dynamite always sucks. I like this. Who do you want in the International Women's Cup tournament? I mean, there's so many names, Damian. We'll have to wait till we get a little bit closer, my guy. Again, it would all depend on how they want to do it. It could be anybody. Crowd is not with it tonight. No, the crowd is dead quiet, just like last week's crowd was dead quiet. And then they say, oh, well, it was, where we were wasn't a live crowd. Yeah, you can't say that about everywhere. Fucking horrible. The crowd is quiet. Another reason why I consider the Learning Tree is the worst gimmick of Jericho's career. It's fucking bad. And again, to me, it's basic. It's predictable. You knew. Jericho walks to the ring. Ishii gets in. His two friends join in. But then, again, Ishii looks like, oh, he got over so he can lose on Saturday. They should have had him follow Jericho outside the arena. Yeah, no kidding. And here comes Wheeler Yuta. Maybe I'll put this one in the chat. We'll do this. Who wins? Yuta. OC. Nobody. Put that in there. You go. Boring. This is fucking trash. Jericho and Ishii is not a good match in AEW. Not a good match anywhere. KJ is going crazy. Yeah, I'm bothered. I enjoyed it. It was funny. How high are you? And I agree, it was funny, but not I'm laughing with you funny, laughing at you funny. Not a big fan of this. It's kind of funny, but this is supposed to be a serious feud, right? I don't know. Anything Jericho does serious? Again, he's like a bad actor like Mercedes Moné. The crowd is dead as fuck. The crowd went to bed. The crowd has gone to fucking sleep. I want to go to the show and yell out, yes! I'll definitely send you a t-shirt for that. Threatening him with a pen, yeah. Peaked in 20, yeah, it might have, Kiwan. Welcome. But yeah, I mean, again, I think they were cooking. They were cooking when, it was big bad Vince McMahon. But it's not him anymore. And Tony has been exposed. Yeah, clearly the Booker of the year. When was the last time Briscoe's theme hit and the crowd was silent? Not often. Not often, my guy. Insulting. My goodness, this show is boring. It has been fucking downhill for quite a while now. More like Booger of the year. At least I get to watch the Sabres and Kings after this. Yeah, not bad, Ken. Go Kings. Like I said, pin drop. Like even right now. Like anybody out there listening right now, am I wrong? The crowd is dead. So they had a contract signing, but one participant didn't have a pen. Why does it seem like Mark is getting a rematch, but it's Ishii's title match? You're right, Willie, and that's why I said it. Like Mark's getting all the over spots until the brain buster. It's because Ishii physically can't do it, I don't think. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't get it. And you have so many good wrestlers. Remember, it's where the best wrestle. Then put them on the fucking TV show. Go find Ricky Starks, put him on your show. Call Miro, put him on the show. Get the House of Black over here. Get fucking Deonna Purrazzo. Get fucking Thunder Rosa. Get these women in. Why do we get one shitty women's match every week? Oh, but we got a titty shake. Yay! Where is all this talent? And if you have all this talent, then Jericho and Ishii don't have a spot on this. You're wasting our time. Right? I hear you, bro. I think Jericho meant for the walking part to be funny, and it's where it landed with me. Congrats. I wish segment didn't take so long. Yeah, I wish it didn't happen. Damn, so no. Yeah, I'd rather have Harley Cameron than Chris Jericho. Let's be fucking real. TNA is way better than this crap. A lot of weeks it is. It can be anyway. Briscoe is the GOAT. Briscoe's awesome. Briscoe's a perfect example of a guy that's over as fuck that isn't being booked. That he's doing jobs to the boss's big brother. It's fucking stupid. if Briscoe was chasing Takeshita right now for that title, you know how over Briscoe would be cutting promos and doing pre-tapes about how he wants to be champion, and then Callis and Takeshita just fuck him and fuck him and fuck him, and the crowd gets behind it and it swells. And then after a few months of doing that, you get kind of your yes movement. You get your fucking, you get the crowd behind the support of the baby face. And then when he beats Takeshita, they go fucking nuts. Simple booking 101. This match isn't doing it for me, guys. I don't know what happened in the corner there, but Wheeler Yuta hurt his chest. Now he's got OC hooked. The crowd continues to not give a fuck. Mox and the Death Riders, KJ as the good bad guys. As good bad guys. Are they good bad guys? They've only beaten up good guys. 70%, over 70% are saying nobody wins this one. Briscoe for AEW champion. I could have supported that. If done right, I just explained it. You could turn Mark Briscoe into a yes movement type 5 if you did him right. Sasha got beat up too. That's true. The heels all getting their ass whooped tonight. Every fucking heel got beat up. This Dynamite fell off a cliff hard. It was the whole locker room and the walking part. I didn't care once they got to the ring. Fair enough. I just thought it was stupid. Like, this match is important. It's the Ring of Honor Championship. Jericho brings clout to Ring of Honor, doesn't it? But he's doing a fucking contract signing in a locker room. You couldn't even got a boardroom to go sit in or anywhere but like a fucking whatever. It was all shit. It was all shit. Statlander should be the main event, in my opinion. I don't know. Jericho still didn't sign it when it seemed like all was needed was his signature. Good point, Willie. But they'll ignore that fact. Anthony, Dynamite is becoming the new Rampage. Oh, wait, Rampage will be no more at the end of this year. Looks like a pattern. Ooh, I don't want Dynamite to go away. I love my Wednesday night wrestling, but I want it to get better. Just go home. Go on a tour with Fozzy. Go on your cruise. I mean, again, this is the guy I was a big fan of for like 20 years. I loved Chris Jericho. This is not it. I was laughing so hard. I hit off the remote. Yeah, exactly. Someone in WWE made a comment that WCW was more a threat than AEW. It's true. It's not even debatable. Facts and figures. AEW is not even close to the realm of what WCW accomplished. I know people are going to point out, well, they're going to have a longer run and da-da-da-da-da than Bischoff, that is. But WCW was a legitimate competition that actually took over as the most popular wrestling in the world for a minute. AEW is not there. AEW is not even close. That's not just someone's opinion. That's fact. Jericho versus Ishii is for Dynamite next week. What the fuck? Yeah. In addition, what the fuck? Because Jericho tickles the taint of Tony. It's true. It's true. What's up, KJ? J1, how you doing? That was as bad as AEW's favorite NFL team, Jacksonville Jaguars, getting destroyed by the Detroit Lions a few days ago. Yeah, they seem to run a football team the way they run a wrestling show. Not at all. Jericho hair looks like it smells like ladybug piss. I don't know what that means, but it's funny. I know, but I can't say it. KJ, I'm with you. Is there any difference between pay-per-view and TV matches? There should be. There should be. And I think what you've seen in the other company is less matches on the pay-per-view, so the matches can be longer, so the matches can breathe. In this company, I don't know. I mean, there's not really. I mean, if you're going to get shitty mid-card matches and everybody gets a match and there's 13 matches on every pay-per-view, then it's hard to feel special, isn't it? When to get a drink and my dog jumped on the couch and changed the channel. Yeah, even the dog knows that Jericho sucks ass. They're watching it and enjoying it like the Japanese fans do. Yeah, that's the excuse. But that's not what should be happening. They come back from commercial and there's one dude like, but we are back from commercial. Both men exchanging forearms. AEW is worse than WCW if they don't turn it around. Something's got to change, guys. Again, I've been a fan from AEW from minute one, all the way back before any of this was a thing. The OG All In. And I wanted this company to be a success. I started doing this shit because I wanted to combat the Jim Cornettes of the world that had nothing good to say about my favorite show. Now, 3 years later, I'm sitting here and I sound more like Cornette than I do an AEW defender. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what happened. Do you think TK will add any more matches? Probably. I think you're hearing a lot of heckling because they are giving away so many tickets for free. Literally 1 to 2K per taping. Those people don't give a flying fuck if they are disrupt the show or not. That is actually a very good point, and that's actually interesting. But you would hope that there was enough fans that paid money that that were cheering loud enough that you didn't hear the other shit, but you still do. And I bet the floor near the ring is at least $500 a ticket for that. I know when they came to Canada, they were so expensive. I wasn't paying to go. She got cut off again. So Jamie Hayter's getting cut off, and Jamie Hayter's mad at Julia for cutting her off, but Julia's not in charge of production, and Julia's not even talking about Jamie in the promos. Doesn't make sense. And when did they have beef before? I don't know. Not bad, John. I kind of agree with that. I hope you're doing well. The women got the short end of the stick tonight. They get the short end of the stick every fucking night. Camille got embarrassed. Mercedes again did a cheap heat promo to no reaction. Mariah had a minute to promote a celebration instead of a match. Facts and facts and facts and facts. I went to a Raw in Fort Lauderdale a couple of months ago, and the crowd was never that quiet. I don't imagine. Julia! Jamie Hayter, Julia Hart feud. I'm unsure if I should care about it. I just don't get why. When, how is it, like, again, you're already starting on the wrong foot because you're, okay, Julia's cutting off Jamie, but Jamie's not Jamie's mad at Julia for it, but Julia's not the one doing it. The production is. And then in addition to that, Julia's not like, Jamie, I'm coming to get you. Julia's talking to herself. Come home. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. I like MJF, but I don't know. I don't care. I don't know what it is recently. Again, the biggest problem for MJF is you need a pure baby face that you are behind. Him fighting Roderick Strong is not it. They're going to give us a good match, but it's not it. You got to find a guy that the crowd is completely behind. They love this guy. That's when MJF works the best. But without a good hero, you don't have a good villain. Without a good villain, you don't have a good hero. Period. And everybody being kind of in between fucks up your show. I respect your opinion on it. I got a chuckle, though. I respect yours, too. I'm glad you got a chuckle. I got a chuckle, but for all the wrong reasons. How many matches compared to promos have we had seen tonight? I don't know. It feels like very promo heavy. Think we got 4 or 5 matches? 4? I'm interested in Jamie Hayter, Julia feud. Not really. You're correct. KJ Brody is doing the overlay. I like it. KJ, who tried and failed the most trying to be like WWE, WCW, TNA, AEW, in your opinion? I mean, time will tell with AEW. TNA did it once upon a time and it failed horribly. WCW, we're trying to be different. We're kind of like AEW. They were trying to be the counter. They were the counter, and then they got fucking sucked in. So right now, WCW has the worst track record. And Orange Cassidy being stretched in the butterfly. So Julia Hart gets the whole vignette series, but Thunder Rosa and Jamie Hayter didn't get any of this. None. Zero. None. Don't worry. They're only former champs. And Julia, you're going to build your division around Julia because she's cute. These vignettes will lead to an 8-minute match, and I bet Julia turns into a jobber. I want to be wrong. No, Jamie's going to do the job for Julia. Tony loves Julia. Yuta's got a chair. They could have had that segment on Ring of Honor. Yeah, maybe. Yuta misses. That's shit. That is so shit. I'll tell you why that's shit in a second. Yeah, nobody wins. Yeah, Orange Cassidy got the pin, folks. I don't know if anybody cares or it matters. It doesn't really to me. That's shit. That's a shit finish. On a go-home show for a pay-per-view, that's a shit finish. Is Jericho on the pay-per-view? I don't know. I don't think so. I thought the Ishii match was going to be, but it's going to be on Thanksgiving Eve. AEW equals WCW 2.0. A lot. I agree. Think about it. You're thinking about it. You're exactly right. Thank you, Charles. Hawk is back. Yeah. I don't know if she's hurt right now. I don't know. What makes anybody think there's even a feud between Julia and Hayter? I don't know. It's just out of left field, like all of a sudden. And again, it's not like Jamie gets cut off and Julia's like, Jamie, I'm coming for you. It's going through this internal issue. And she's playing archery, and I don't know what the fuck. She's Robin Hood. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But here come the Death Riders laying out OC. Okay. Go home show. OC needs to hit a Superman punch and emphatically pin Yuta. Not a roll-up win. You need Orange Cassidy to look as strong as possible before the beating is about to take. That's just bad writing. As big as they have made the pay-per-view to be, their crowds are extremely flat and uninterested. That's my, if I, Chuck, and welcome to the channel, if I was Tony Khan, that would be my biggest concern. Why are the crowds so flat? Why are the crowds in the building not cheering? Then the crowd's dead. Listen, guys. Ooh, a little bit. Here's one. Monet is worth every dime she's making AEW. She's not worth a fucking half of what she's making AEW. You could have given that money to Willow and saved yourself a lot of headache and got better. So none of the conglomeration. Nobody. No Mark. No. They saved Ishii. But fuck Orange Cassidy. I had pizza. Great. 2 weeks in a row, the disrespect to Jamie Hayter, but make it make sense. Tonight was rough. Tonight is shit, and Cassidy doing the shitty shin kicks right now is bad. The crowd reacted a little bit to it. The wrestlers have to do their own promo work, and it shows sometimes there's no assistance. There's just no structure. And again, listen to the crowd. No referees, no carnage. Why are security not running out and referees running out and the Death Riders playing King of the Hill? Why is the bell not ringing? Why are people not trying to stop this? It is flat as a fucking pancake. And there it is. Yeah. Both AEW and WCW had hot streaks lasted 2 years, and then it's because both shows were star-studded, nothing more. Neither was booked better than the other at all. Yeah, I mean, WCW had some horrible booking, and that's, again, they pivoted away. Once they, again, I think the biggest commonality, oh, there's all his friends. There's all his friends to cut him out of tape. Make this shit make sense. It's so bad. The biggest commonality I think WCW and AEW have between each other is creative control. Too many people in WCW called the shots. Too many people in AEW call the shots. And you get an inconsistent, incoherent, repetitive show. If everybody's booking their own segment and it's not a cohesive weekly program, it kills. It dies. And that's what happened to WCW. That doesn't work for me, brother. And that's what's happening with AEW. When you have a guy running the show that's more friendly than boss, then you got a problem. You got a big fucking problem. Orange Cassidy's up with his hands in his pockets. He's okay. Fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. Find it ridiculous that, Julia went to look Malachi and it had him set up this. Jamie doesn't have somebody like that, so she didn't get one. The company is pure. Yeah, a little bit. Jericho is not on the Full Gear card so far. That's right. That was total bullshit finish. Yeah. There's still 8 minutes left. We are now 5 minutes over, and we go off the air with Orange Cassidy in his hands in his pocket. Roll up with dumb finish. I knew that Orange Cassidy was going to take a beating after the match You let Orange Cassidy knock the fuck out of Wheeler Yuta and send a message like I'm a threat. But if you had to just roll up and skate by with the weak, like with the fucking patsy of the group, that's not good enough. That's not strong booking. Just my opinion, folks. That's just my opinion. But ladies and gentlemen, like we do on every single stream, we will take a rating out of 10. I will run it down. What did you like? What didn't you like? What was good? What was bad? Are you excited for Full Gear? John Moxley was the only heel tonight that I can remember that went over in the angle. Every other heel got taken out tonight. The show was weak for me. There's a lot of problems with it. And again, people out there can tell me I'm crazy. The in-ring matches were not great at all. The All-Star match was a mess. Was entertaining, but a mess. Tonight was hard. 0 out of 10, no Harley Cameron. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. 3 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. Seriously, KJ, how is TBS station making any money? I don't know, Charles. And I think when you're in business with a billionaire, I just feel like there's some type of kickback or guaranteed kickback. I don't know for certain. Unlike other people out there, I'm not going to tell you it's facts because I don't know. But maybe they just don't care. I don't know. I don't get it. 6 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Ooh. AEW wasn't star-studded when it was at its best, though. They had Jericho, and that was really it. Yeah, Jericho, Moxley, maybe. Household names and casual fans. Wasn't until years later they got Punk. AEW had good booking. Better booking. More interesting stuff. Kenny and Moxley was fun. Paige going after Jericho. Jericho being the first champ made a lot of sense. But it's really a struggle nowadays. You can't give everyone creative booking because everyone is not creative. Facts. And some people think they have wonderful ideas, and you need somebody to go, no, that's fucked. We're not doing that. And I don't like you feel it in the show because the show feels so choppy, and not everyone's creative. You need a funnel. So there has to be, you take all the creative ideas and you funnel them and you build a program. And it just feels like, it almost feels like Saturday Night Live in the sense that it's a series of skits and the skits don't necessarily fit together. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like we go from this segment to this segment to this segment, and one has nothing to do with the other. Legit booed Mox and crew out of the building. Crazy. Charles, I did not hear them getting booed out of the building at all. That was horrible. And little things bother me. Ishii gets in a fight with Jericho. The learning tree comes out, takes out Ishii. Out come the conglomeration. Instantly save Ishii. The leader-ish guy of the conglomeration gets duct taped and nobody came to help him. Not a ref, not a security guard, not a ring announcer. Excalibur didn't sell us on it. Where was Excalibur screaming, you son of a bitch, don't do this, don't. Nothing. No intensity, no anxiety, no stress. Just another day at the office, another local beatdown, no big fucking deal. And that's how it felt. And the audience in the building reacted just like that. Oh, no big deal. This is normal. This always happens. You have 5 people. 4 of them are standing around doing fuck and all. So you have refs run out to the ring, and you have Shafir, and you have Claudio, and you have Pac keep them down. They can't get in the ring. They want to get in the ring. They want to save them. Mark Briscoe comes running out. They want to get in the ring. They can't. And while they're trying to get in the ring, Moxley's doing the worst. In addition to that, Wheeler Yuta should not be rolled up. He should be beat clean. You want me to believe that Orange Cassidy is a threat to Moxley's title? Well, you didn't do it. You didn't accomplish that goal in that match. He looked just as good as Yuta. And we've already watched Moxley beat the shit out of Yuta. You're missing all the key shit. If you want your fans in the building and your fans at home like us to be excited, then you have to create the excitement. You have to make it energized. You have to make it seem like something incredible is happening. Oversell. Sell it big. But you don't. You go off the air and Orange Cassidy gets up and puts his hands in his pockets and makes a face. You don't think shouldn't he be enraged? You know what? Cassidy should have got up and went to leave the ring, and Mark Briscoe and Ishii grab him. No, man, no, not now. And there he is leaning out of the ropes. Fuck putting his hands in his pocket. Getting beat up like that makes him snap. And all of a sudden, he's not the cool guy we've seen for 2 years. Now he's the guy who's pissed off and wants that belt. That's what you do. You create emotion. Not telling you how to do your job, but what are we going to do? All right, let me get some more of these ratings as I digress. 5.5 out of 10. Good night, Brandon. 3. There's a trend in AEW right now. Certain female wrestlers return from injury, get a top program for the title and top talent. And then, yeah, 100%. Except if you're Jamie Hayter, who comes back on a fucking pre-show and then does nothing. Fights Penelope Ford for a couple of weeks. Fucking insane to me. I don't think... No, he cares. Damien, that's where everyone's wrong. I've seen this argument. Tony Khan cares. He just thinks this is good. He thinks this is good shit. The show started with the best match and just kept getting worse. I agree. Just really bullshit finishes lately. It was another hit or miss show. 4 out of 10 in my opinion. Michael, I'm kind of there with you. 0.1 out of 10, Anthony. I'm kind of in the 4 range tonight. 4, maybe a 5. At the end of the day, it was weak. I don't like what they did with Camille. The All-Star match was like every other match. It started on the ramp. Nobody's on the apron. Everyone doing, okay, it's your turn to do a move. Okay, now you do one to me. And I don't mind that. I thought the match was entertaining. You get points for that match. What other match was good tonight? Someone let me know what another good match was. I don't think so. And then promo heavy and a lot of bad promos. The Death Riders. Then what the fuck is going on with Jack Perry? Like, Jack Perry's supposed to have a match against Daniel Garcia. They chained him to a chair and left him out in the fucking middle of nowhere. Again, baby faces doing heel shit. Heels doing baby face shit. Somebody make it make sense. AEW is a 1.5. This show didn't see full gear well. Didn't sell full gear well. I agree. AEW, us compliance and mediocrity. Fair enough. There's a reason not too many good actors are also good writers. That's a fact. There's a reason why there's writers. It exactly feels like SNL. Yeah, I think you get where I'm going with that, right? 4 out of 10. Good night, sir. Thank you for being here. That's Jim Ross saying, I know, but Excalibur's got to wake the fuck up and do his job. Duct tape and wrestling, 3 years of supporting this company. It's fucking the Red Green Show. Can't be handsome, be handy. I still don't like they gave Bobby a WWE and TNA decorated superstar 2 jobbers in his debut match. He should have not had the match at all. And like I said, if you were going to do a match, he should have fought Nana. If you want me to go, oh my God, look at what this asshole is doing to Swerve's manager, picking on this guy. What I hope Swerve gets him. But him beating up Cheeseburger and Beefcake didn't help anybody. Show was good, was not good. 4 out of 10, 3.5, 4 out of 10. You're supposed to get cheered or booed, but if you don't get either, you're not doing your job. And that's my biggest concern with AEW. Silence. KJ, do you think NXT is more entertaining than AEW right now? Right now it is. Like last night, even I was not like thrilled about the idea of Andre Chase, Rich Holland. I'm like, I don't really give a fuck. Can we just get rid of Chase U? The match was super fun. Stephanie versus Ren Sinclair turns out to be a good match. There's good shit happening. Nathan Frazier had a really good match last night with Eddie. Like, to me, it's more cohesive. There's things that go throughout the show. I think overall NXT has been more consistently entertaining than Dynamite. And I think it's got higher ratings from the channel for that reason. I think the 8-man All-Star should have been the main event of the show. Could have been. but your world title angle makes sense. The reason we feel this way is the world title angle was garbage. Meltzer and Ibu was excited. I bet. Bad go home show. Week main event tonight, 4 to 10. And again, you're never going to sell tickets or sell ratings or with OC and Yuta in the main event. You're not. It's not going to work. So much. Yeah, no, that's horrible. 0.2 says Lisa. Didn't AEW advertise? Yeah. What happened to them? What happened to the CMLL guys? CMLL. I don't know why the two L's bother me. 5 out of 10. What the fuck, AEW? Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. Billy Kidman is better wrestler than OC. The 7-year itch. Can't go wrong. Good to see you, Scott. I agree. They're making OC to be a one-trick pony. Again, if you want me to believe that OC is a big challenger for this belt, OC beats the shit out of Yuta tonight and snaps a little, right? Instead of just being the laid-back, cool guy, make him snap a little. Oh, shit. OC's serious. Oh, shit. What is this guy going to do? But they didn't do that. It's just the same weak sauce. Oh, you just kicked my ass? You taped me up and beat me up? Oh, I just put my hands in my pocket. Oh, fuck. Anyone else react that way to a beating? We get any returns at Full Gear like Tony Storm? Rumor is Tony Storm's retiring, but we could see her, in spite of that. 1.5, 1.5. So far, only 3 matches at Full Gear have been a good build. Give or take. I'm still struggling with like Roddy and MJF. I thought MJF tonight was bad. Nope, 10. Nope, out of 10. JD from NY is going to trash them tonight again. DJ, we'll see. Again, I feel like JD, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but JD he was behind the 8 ball. And then when he decided to turn on AEW, he acted like he was the only one being honest about it. So y'all let him know that what the fuck. The first match was the only one I liked. I'm with you. Too many people are in the kitchen, and also TKA is the worst enemy of himself. I believe a very wise man once said they're stepping on their own dicks, and that's exactly what they're doing. They can't get out of their own way. Tony is giving creative control to just about everybody, and it shows. Like I said, it's a series of skits like Saturday Night Live or Mad TV. There's no cohesiveness. The stories don't matter. Like how do we end up with Roddy versus MJF? Doesn't make sense. And 1 week before, 3 days before Full Gear, MJF cuts a promo on Roddy. Roddy comes out on the stage, cuts one back. That's your build. Fucking brutal. For Tony Khan to say, I'll have an idea, let's start a wrestling promotion and give half the roster creative control will be a massive success. Yeah, we saw that, how that played out before. How far can a person get with another man chained to the hood of his car? Back. 5.5 out of 20. Out of 20. So, fuck. All right. 2.25. Tony Hayes, good point. This show was just not good, and anyone who tries to tell me it was, your credibility is in question with me. I'm with you, my guy. And again, there's certain people out there that no matter what AEW does, that's good. That was great. There was people, and they did things. Like, again, it's not. It's just. I like that. Again, what did it accomplish? What did it mean? What was the point? Like, what was the point of any of that? And by the way, Darby Claudio wasn't a bad match. I'll give them some credit on that. I think that's where I land on a 4. A couple good points there. I only reacted that way to beating when my yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, that's exactly how you act when you get whooped by one of your parents. You're just like you just hold that shit in. But yeah, I want to show me a little more. Make it intense. And again, show me some rage. 10 out of 10. I blacked out. There you go. I really only care about Bobby Swerve, the tag match, and the OC Mox. Nothing else for Full Gear. I'm not even that sold on Moxley and OC. I'm not thrilled. Why didn't Mox just put Rich Cassidy's pockets and cut his pockets with scissors? Yeah, I mean, or make Mox hold on to his pocket. If you know, you know. Thank you so much for the super chat. See you next time. And on that wonderful note, I think it's a perfect spot to say goodnight. We still have over 100 people hanging out with us. We appreciate it so much. Garcia should arguably beat Perry. He probably will, but their feud build screams Perry sneaking away with the win. His title reign has sucked. And again, the heel got kidnapped. The heel got kidnapped and chained to a chair. the baby face did the bad stuff. Help me. Well, that happened. Yeah, I'm with that. But yeah, as I said, we still got about 100 people hanging around with us. We appreciate you all. We're grateful. Make sure you come back tomorrow where we will break down Full Gear, the matches, the card, the angles, the possibilities. Myself, Anthony, Nick are going to dive all into it, give our 2 cents, and have a fun one tomorrow, 8 p.m. Of course, we are back for SmackDown. We got Full Gear and Bloodsport this weekend, and we are heading towards War Games, Survivor Series. Going to be a fun one. Maybe that should be the last comment I click on tonight. AEW was booty juice tonight. It's pretty accurate. I'll give you that one, Anthony. No, I got this one. I hate how they booked the women's division. I'm sorry. Tony Khan should be ashamed of himself for how he books the women. And I don't want to hear anybody defend AEW's women's division. It is absolutely a joke. Again, the most exciting thing about the women's division tonight was Mina and Mariah shaking their boobs. Yay. And that's the comment I'm ending on tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the show. That is the stream. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. On behalf of Ringsider Anthony and Big Nick, I am Mr. Urban KJ White. Come back tomorrow. We're going to run through Full Gear. We got lots to talk about and lots to get into. But until then, I'll see you on the flip side. Good night.